Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Game and Watch podcast. This is episode 100. We have made it to the triple digits. Yes, we did. Aren't you happy? 100, episode 100. The Game and Watch podcast turns 100 today on this day, August 21st, 2022. I'm your boy, Justin Reed, aka Too Tall for You Fool. I am joined once again by my main man, the F Man, OVG RView Gaming himself, Finest Dabs.
Yo, hey everyone.
We also have some guests with us today. First, coming back once again, Ted Edwards, aka Tedditor.
Yeah, yeah. What up, y'all?
We got from the Loading Bar podcast, Max Hines back with us.
Hey everybody.
We got Mr. Madness himself from the Mark and JD podcast. Mark, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm good. We're turning 100 today. And back from episode, I forgot what episode you were on, but he was when we were
Like a
still doing
long
audio.
time ago.
It was a
Yeah.
while back. But yes, my cousin Cameron Perry is in the house with us.
Hello,
Say hello.
everyone.
Yes, yes. All right. So, just a friendly reminder: the Game and Watch podcast. Thank you for watching or listening to the show. For those of you watching, if you want to podcast a show, there will be a link in the show notes for you to do so. For those of you listening, and if you want to watch us, I'll drop a link in the show notes. If you have any emails or questions about anything that you want us to talk about, want a shout out or anything like that, you are going to want to email us at gameandwatchpodcast@gmail.com. Since this is episode 100, if you are watching us live, we will try to go to some people in the audience throughout the show, so that way we're not doing it all at the end of the show, just to make it a little easier. So just give us a little bit of a transition period, and we have a Patreon. If you want to support us on Patreon, any dollar donated will make this a show better for all. So and then any links that you want to follow us on, whether it be our personal social medias or whatnot, that will be in the show notes. Feel free to follow us on our social medias. Links. I'll drop links for those in the show notes. All right. Now that I got that out of the way, episode 100. Y'all, how y'all doing? Cameron, it's been a while since you've been on the show. Wanna lay it down on the people, people what you've been up to, what you've been playing, man?
Work. Oh, what am I playing? I'm playing like
Yeah.
three things right now. So I got that Switch from the Game On Expo, so I'm still trying to beat Skyward Sword finally. And then Spider-Man just came out for PC, so I'm playing that too. And then I got Legend of Dragoon, man, at the Game On Expo finest. I got it. I ended up getting it. So I'm playing that
Nice.
as well. Yeah.
That was an
So,
expensive one for sure.
yeah, definitely. It was 100, but I knocked it down to like 65, but it was still expensive for sure. So that was the last thing I bought.
Yeah, he was
Jumping right into the video games. None of the witty banter about like the weekend or anything. Just right into the game. And I dig it. Episode 100, we in it.
Yeah, we in it. Well, I mean, you can also talk about your weekend too if you like. I mean,
No, that's messing with it.
well, yeah. For those of you listening or watching, Cameron did go to the Game On Expo with us, and yeah, he bought that game the final day we were there before we jumped on that plane. So
Super expensive. But I wanted it though. I haven't played it in so long, and it's just as fun as I remember it. Story's kind of, but the gameplay is fun.
All right, and then a little comment about Cameron. Oh, Cam, I remember him from E3. One of our people we hung out at E3 with. Angela's in the house commenting.
Oh yeah, cool.
Hey,
All right.
quick question. Hey, Max, what are you doing with that lacrosse ball, bruh?
Oh, it's for
I know it's
nerves.
like, yeah. I was wondering. Yeah, I was like, he's just rolling around for all
I'm a
those
fiddler.
audio listeners. I'm looking at my boy Max just kind of rolling around. I'm like, all right, cool.
If it's distracting, I can put it down. It's
No, I dig it. I dig it, bro. Look behind me. I mean, come on now. Talk about
it's
distractions.
mesmerizing. It's very
Yeah.
cool.
Ted's in the rave right now, just
I know,
going
right?
at it.
Ted's got predator vision.
Predator vision. Come on, you see that? Yeah. Max is on point.
You got it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, speaking of you, Ted, it's been in several episodes since we last seen you. How you been, my man?
Oh man, I've been good. Just trying to, try to navigate this crazy world we live in these days. Be positive. in doing the PhD action. It's starting back up here tomorrow, actually, for summer little hiatus. But yeah, just rocking and rolling, man. Just trying to keep it real. I'm enjoying this bad boy. All you audio listeners, you can't see what this is, but this is oh yeah, the Steam
Oh,
Deck.
the Stream Deck.
Yeah.
The Steam Deck season.
So, yeah, just kind of just hanging, man. Just enjoying the last couple weeks of summer and the heat.
All right. What you playing? Anything in particular, or you just been too busy to be, or just fooling around
Honestly,
with the Steam Deck? Just
Yeah, I've been way too busy. Like this summer, I had like mad research and stuff to do. But I've made it like a point coming up here. I've actually carved out in my schedule game time, and so actually I've been messing around with Wind Waker. I've been playing Wind Waker on the Steam Deck, so that's what I'm going through right now. Wind Waker, which is rad. I'm on my quest to beat every mainline Zelda game.
oh, all right,
I think I have like I think I have 10 down or 11 down, and so I have like eight or so to go. So Wind Waker was next on the list. So I've been messing with that. I've been playing some Evo Land 2 on there, just some random little games. My old school, my go-tos. I beat Stray recently. But that was okay. I mean, the hype was all right. It was all right. I have Horizon on the docket. It's installed but not played yet. I beat Miles Morales. That was fun. So I've been dabbing a little bit here and there at night. When I have some chance. But up on the list is basically holding out for a few games coming out that I'm sure we'll talk about. So, but yeah, just hanging in there, bud.
All right, right on. Mark,
Is that? I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Is that Wind Waker on Steam? Real quick. That Wind Waker is on. It's an emulator, right? On that Steam.
Oh yeah. I'm playing it on Dolphin. The Dolphin emulator.
That's
so
fine.
yeah, and I have it all like souped up. So what I did is I did the HD build. I built it on the PC because it's kind of weird on the Linux on Protos on here. So I put the mods and I ported it onto the Steam Deck, and it runs like butter. Because I got the really expensive one. I got the $700 one. I just whatever. Yeah. Right. So, but this thing is phenomenal. Like it does everything you could ever want it to do, and more. I mean, it is a little. It takes a little bit to get used to the interface. I mean, I even have like a docking station that you can plug into it that can export HDMI, have a little dock. It's really nice, and so you can hook up a mouse and keyboard to it. But yeah, it runs great. It feels good. Like only thing I'm not quite loving, like just the way ergonomically, it's not quite what I would like, but it's still like I'm just gonna hold it up for again audio listeners. Sorry, but yeah, see, there's Wind Waker right there on the screen. It's just runs perfectly fine. It's just it's phenomenal.
And that was actually great. Your
I know the green. It was green.
Yeah,
it was
the green screen popped up on it.
And check it out. There you go. So yeah, you can see. Yeah. So I mean, there's just Wind Waker and me just running around. It's super chill. I got it running super smooth. Yeah. This is, and so I have GameCube on here. Every freaking possible game you can ever play on there. So it runs great. I love it. So I'm gonna sell my Switch because of it. So
oh, I'm sold.
Yeah. Anyway, Mark, how you been, man? Yeah, you haven't been on the show in a minute.
Oh, I miss you, Mark.
Everybody usually misses me.
I do, bud. He's my favorite.
Yeah, well, you guys, he's been hosting things like late at night, and I'm
right. Same. Coast. That's what I'm saying.
It's hard to get
we're on the East Coast. Yeah.
And it's summertime, so my schedule's all out of whack. I'm sure it'll go back to a little bit normal here. Kids are back in school soon. Things like that.
Yeah, they're like 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock Pacific time. We start the game. You and I are like, what? 1 a.m. Nah.
Like I'm up. I'm up at that time, but I'm not ready to host a 90-minute podcast and then go to bed at 3, 4.
My man.
I'm almost 40. I can't do that anymore. But what I can do is I've been sneaking. I've been playing. I'm back into MLB The Show again. I kind of took a couple
MLB
break.
The Show.
That's me. That's all I've been playing the last
week.
Wait.
On Xbox?
Of course.
That's so weird.
What? It's great. So I've been waiting years for it to happen.
I'm down, but it's just weird. You know what I mean?
I know it is weird.
Since last year.
I have bought a PS4 at one point just to play it because I love baseball. It's my main thing.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that, but in the meantime, I was trying to bust out a whole bunch of games. I played Escape Academy, It was a Game Pass game. A lot of fun. Great co-op game. I played it with the wife. We blew through it and we aced everything. So there's really not much else to do. It takes about like 6 hours. It was fun. I highly recommend I highly recommend playing it. It's a good co-op game. So I played that. Power Wash Simulator, obviously. I still got like 1 or 2 more to do. I tried a little Multiverses. It's not really for me. I'm not really a fan of that fighting style, but it is. I mean, I could see, it's not a bad game. It's just not for me. And Cooking Simulator on the Xbox.
Yes, I saw that. That's on Game
terrible.
Pass as well too.
It is terrible. Don't even bother.
Okay.
The controls are so awkward, and it's clearly designed for like a virtual reality. So trying to play with a regular
Play
controller,
Cook Serve Delicious. That's a great game.
Right. Trying to play with a regular controller is just horrible. I want more Overcooked. That's all I want, really.
Yeah, Overcooked 3 would be rad.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to wait for that.
That's what I've been
one.
down with.
All right, Max, how you doing, man? How you living?
I'm living good. Been pretty busy. Just on the library front. For those of you who don't know, I'm a librarian, and I have decided to take the next step and attempt to go for my master's in
Congrats.
library information science.
Excellent. Dewey Decimal all the way, baby.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, it's been really, really good. Just kind of been focusing on that. A couple of weddings coming up. Not really part of parties, but definitely helping out a bit. And then just same old volunteering, assistant coaching boxing, and then gaming every now and then, I suppose. PS5 is currently packed up for the next little bit, just because I don't have a TV that I would very much like to play on it. Right now, we're just kind of in the process of switching some stuff around, but playing the Switch a lot, so that's good.
That's good.
Yeah. Right now, I'm playing Devil May Cry 3, very first time. Absolutely loving it. And then I was playing the demo for a game we're probably going to talk about today, SD Gundam Alliance. And I'm really liking that.
All right, sounds good.
I can't wait to hear about it. Yeah, that's nice.
And Matt Bliss, thanks, brother. Appreciate that award. I'll take it.
In the comments, yeah. And then you also did an interview with my main man F Finest.
That's right.
Can't wait for that one to come out on your podcast.
Oh yeah, no. We got that coming out, and then I have another episode coming out that script is finished, ready to go for Xbox 360 retrospective, coupled with the mojito. So look forward to that.
Hey Max, where are you coming from, man?
I am from Canada.
I heard the out, so that's what I was asking.
Oh, I was just in Canada.
Really? Do I have an accent?
Yeah, I heard
No,
that
not
we
I
not really,
can't
but
tell.
we talking about get out,
Yeah.
All right, F man, how you been living? How you doing?
Tired and moving, man. Just been off just showing the baby to like all family and friends and
Congrats
just,
again, yeah.
yeah,
Congrats on that.
thank you. So we drove to California. We've been actually gone the last 2 weeks, so I've been working on the road. And then we went to my mom's, went to my wife's dad's, hung out there. Haven't had much time for gaming. Before that, I was playing Multiverses a ton, and just in that beta. And then between
Who's
that,
your
I just
main?
been one of the worst people in it, Wonder Woman.
Oh, cool.
She's one of the worst?
She's one of the worst?
Yeah,
Oh,
well, they just
apparently so.
yeah, she was one of the worst. But they recently had
Did
they had-
beefed her up a little bit.
Yeah, so after Evo, they did a whole bunch of the rebalancing, and so I haven't touched the game since then. But I'm looking to get back in her. I'm looking to play Wonder Woman again.
I need to play this game again. Oh.
Yes, if you play Multiverses, you can get in Wonder Woman.
Hey, I'm the Superman fan. Whoa, dang. All right then.
Easy, cowboy.
Was doing pretty well on that. Other than that, I have a couple games just in the backlog. I have like DNF Duel that I still haven't got around to, and then there's also Cult of the Lamb that I purchased,
Oh,
but still.
man.
What have
Yeah,
you played
I
it?
heard that.
No,
that's
I've
great.
heard many good things about it. Though.
I've watched some
Yeah.
videos on it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
Okay.
You like it? You play it yet, or no?
Are you talking to?
You,
I haven't
have you
played
played
it.
it yet? Oh,
No,
okay.
no. I will be jumping in that now that I'm home. So today's my first day back home. I literally walked in the door at 4:00, and was trying to finish podcast stuff so we can have our 100th episode. And hey, we're here.
Hey, yes.
100.
Episode 100. Once again, anyone watching out there, just thank you for tuning in and watching us live. Or if you're listening, thank you for listening to us. So for the most part, I mean, I've been just playing the same old games. Been playing a little bit of Shredder's Revenge. Been playing a little bit of.
Hit me up.
Dude, you're never around, man. But
I know.
Hit me up when you
know.
guys get it on
Wind Waker.
Switch.
Yeah, well, I recently did get the physical version for Switch, so I do have it on the Switch
no.
now. If anyone does want to play, and then
me
also, yeah, I'll hit you up for sure, Max. And then also, I've been playing WWE 2K22. Got back into that one a little bit. Been trying to spend as much time as I can with my PS5 because this episode, I guess I'll say it now. I'm going to be traveling for a few weeks for work, so yeah, I'm taking my Switch with me, but I'm not taking my PS5 with me. So the next episode we do, I'll be at a undisclosed location, and the Switch will be good enough for me. I don't need the Steam Deck, at least not right now.
Ooh, I'm more interested in the undisclosed location.
I'll be coming to you live from somewhere, but yeah, you'll see. But apparently, I'm staying somewhere nice, and yeah, I mean, once I get to the hotel room, I'll take photos for you guys and all that stuff, and yeah, we'll just go from there. But
Yeah, gaming in a hotel room is not easy.
no, not at all.
I speak from experience, especially if you're like a multiplayer gamer. Forget it.
Oh yeah, well, hopefully the Wi-Fi is strong. So I mean, yeah, it's just I can only hope for the best at this point. All right, so before we jump into the gaming news call-outs, main discussion today will be we're gonna talk 2022 so far, the games so far, the delays, is it a good year, disappointing year, and game of the year, award predictions that we have so far, and then also we'll just reflect on 100 episodes, do some thank yous, our favorite moments from the show, the future of the show, and all that good stuff. We have a loaded episode, so hopefully if you're watching from home, you are ready. Anyway, let's get started with the gaming news call outs, and we will start with Nintendo, and we will start with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Looks like a 12-player LAN mode has been discovered. If it's not one thing people were discovering about Nintendo games, is another. First, someone discovers that you can play 2 players and punch out. Now this, so
Seriously.
so yeah. According to this tweet here, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a secret LAN mode. If you hold L and R and click in the left stick on the main menu, wire up 12 switches for 12-player in-person Mario Kart action. So it's kind of like what they did back in the day with like Halo, how you could do like all those LAN parties and stuff.
The feasibility of getting 12 people together with the Switch and all having a copy of Mario Kart, it just like it blows my mind. Like, of course they don't really want to advertise. It's like, yeah, you can do it, it's nice. But like I'd like to see somebody actually do that. Has anybody actually done 12 players?
Have you seen
No.
the initial launch trailer on the roof? Come on.
I
It
mean,
was bad enough
everyone,
back in the day with the Xbox trying to do
yeah,
that, you know?
oh yeah, with Halo, yeah, I heard about those LAN parties. Those were no joke, but
That's what I did. That's what
That's what I did.
growing up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
same.
we had 4 TVs and 4 boxes, and we rock and rolled it, all 16 players. Yep.
High school computer lab. Those were the days.
Yep. Absolutely,
so
brother.
but think about this. Everyone who has a Switch should have Mario Kart, right? Well, with the exception of maybe you, Cameron. But I mean,
Yeah.
everyone.
That's the only game you should play.
I don't have it.
You
I'm
don't
gonna
have
get it
it?
eventually.
But yeah,
Well-
that's for the most part.
And it's wired only too, by the way.
Yeah, it's wired. So, Finance, what are your thoughts on the Switch and being able to play 12 players with your friends with 12 different Switches?
Yeah, just like, kind of like everyone said, it's just like who's going to do this? I mean, there's always going to be someone. There's going to be a crew out there. They're going to go down their basement, with all their switches and try this out and realize how bad of a time it is. But I mean, nevertheless, like I don't know. I find it more baffling. Like, I know this is probably like a developer key or something that they use to like test out and they like just didn't want to bring out or something to that regard. So yeah, I wish Nintendo would just bring like those the local LAN where you can play like multiple players like more accessible to people. But this is cool. It's a neat little trick that that someone discovered or a couple players discovered.
All right. Well, very well then. Also with Nintendo, we are going to talk about another game that was added to the Nintendo Switch Online expansion, and it's one of your favorites, Finest, Wave Race 64.
Wave Race.
Wave Race. Finest, what are your
Wave
thoughts?
Race.
Wave Race coming to the Nintendo Switch Online service.
It's about fucking time, and that's all I gotta say. Like, I'm so stoked for this. I mean, man,
Wave Race was sick. That was the one. That was the game. That was one of the games, man.
dude. It was. It really was. It was like one of like the echelons of the Nintendo 64. Like, it was. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say enough good things about it. If you watch previous episodes, you'll hear my rants on Wave Race.
He loves himself some Wave Race. So,
dude, I'm right there with you, Finest, dude. Like, that wasn't the echelon. That was Mario 64, GoldenEye, Ocarina of Time, Wave Race, Cruising. That's what you played. Boom,
Yep.
done.
Well, I mean, like, honestly, how many other games are there to play though on the 64?
Like
Not
3
that
more.
many.
There's a couple WWE games and you're good.
Right, that's about
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
No Mercy,
Smash
WrestleMania
Brothers, maybe a
2000.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, but those were the staples, and so that's for sure. Wave Race was always one of those games that you
Yeah,
just had to fire up with friends.
Yeah, surprisingly, I did not have Wave Race.
Wave Race.
Did you have it, Wave Race?
No, I didn't. You didn't have it? I thought I played it at your place.
Maybe
No,
you
no, you
borrowed it
didn't
from a
have it.
friend,
You didn't
but I
have
mean,
it.
I know
No.
I did not own it. But I mean, I heard nothing but good things about it. I mean, I'll definitely
That
give
was
this
fantastic.
a chance. It's available now for anyone that wants to play it. Wave Race,
Mhm.
go ahead. And then Slonkel Bomb Gaming, she says, "Congrats
I'm
on
gonna pull
100
it up-
episodes."
I'm
And
gonna pull it up on this real quick.
and then she looks like one of her favorite N64 games, No Mercy, WWF No Mercy. That's also a good one. Maybe they'll bring that to the Switch Online service. What do you think,
Yeah,
Max?
I doubt that. I mean, they should, but the rights behind
Yeah,
that are probably
the
so
rights.
complicated.
Nope, no way. There's no way in heck.
No
You have a
Mercy.
better chance emulating it on the Steam Deck.
Honestly,
you
yeah.
go.
Like, I was just actually gonna pull up a Wave Race here in a second and just bust it out in sound effect, but I'll do it in a
100th
minute.
episode sponsored by Steam Deck. Steam Deck.
Right, exactly.
Steam
Go
Deck.
pre-order.
Max, did you ever play Wave Race growing up or recently?
No. So Nintendo 64 was something I completely missed out on unless I was at friends' houses.
Same.
Had a lot of catching up to do. But one thing that I've learned from this is that now there's enough on here for me to actually think about purchasing the Nintendo 64 expansion pass with NSO. So I'm pretty happy about that because I've been waiting a little bit just to kind of see what, like, nothing's really tickled my fancy to really purchase that. But
you need to
I
get the
don't know.
controller. You need the controller.
Yeah, the controller. Well, you
Otherwise,
didn't miss
it's not
much
right.
with the. Well, you didn't miss much
with
with that controller.
Yeah,
You gotta
know
have,
you're
you gotta get a
Nintendo
third
kid if
hand.
You have a hand scar, right? Where
That's from Mario Party though.
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh yeah, that was Mario Party with those damn gloves that they gave you later on. Oh man.
Yep.
My brother and I will tell you, yeah, we had those blisters, and that was no joke. But yeah, Wave Race and all those good games. Oh, there it is. Let's watch it.
Oh no, you can't watch it. Keep on going, man.
Oh,
Everyone's just gonna sit here and watch Wave Race.
yeah, Wave Race.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, while we watch Wave Race, let's flip the script to Xbox as we
Xbox. Did you say Xbox?
Xbox. Yeah, your favorite Xbox.
I know.
Yeah,
Xbox.
I'm pulling up my Game Pass right now to see
Game
which
Pass.
games are coming.
I mean, well, the bad news for me is I canceled my subscription yet again, so I'm sorry, guys. But let's talk about some games that are coming to the
so worth
Xbox. Death Stranding coming to Xbox Game Pass. Who's excited? Mark?
Yeah, on
I
Tuesday.
don't have a PC that can run it unless it's going to be cloud. Then I'll play it.
I'm sure
I don't
you
have
could do that. I'm sure you could xCloud it.
Yeah, I'm sure you
they
can
haven't
too.
they haven't really quite clarified that yet. Because
Yeah, let me
only
check.
the xCloud stuff right now is like Xbox mostly. So I am excited. I do want to play it, but only if I can, obviously.
Right.
Mhm.
Cameron, do you have a Game Pass for PC?
I have Game Pass, but I already have Death Stranding. But that's the director's cut version, so I don't have that one. So I might actually play this. Yeah.
All right, right
But
on,
I
right on.
played. I already had that. I had it on Steam, man, when it first came out.
All right, well that sounds good. And then Ted, we know you're going to get it right, Mister Game Pass. You love it. I mean,
No, I want nothing to do with that game. It looks the game. It's bad. It's a bad game. So no thanks.
I mean, it's also coming.
I'm
to
glad it's
PlayStation
coming on
Plus,
though.
So yeah.
No, I'm glad that it's out there, but I want nothing to do with that game. I'm good.
Finest, what are your thoughts on Death Stranding coming to PC for Game Pass?
I mean,
Yep,
I think
basically.
yeah, it's chill. It's chill. Like, yeah, I mean, it's nice that Xbox players are finally going to be able to play it if they didn't have opportunity before. So, I mean, it's chill. It's nothing.
I'm
nothing too
still
fancy.
on Deathloop, which they have been
Oh,
very
yeah.
quiet about.
Deathloop.
That'll be
quiet.
here in November. That'll be here in November for sure.
It's got to
1
be
year.
like I'm thinking like day one after the 1 year
The 1 year
PlayStation
exactly. Yep.
expires, which is
I will.
soon. It's
I will
coming
play
up.
that. Yeah, I will play that when it comes out. That's a good 20-hour get in, get out game. I like that. So
All right, and then also we got some more games coming to the Xbox Game Pass for the month of August. They just keep on giving the games that just keep on giving.
the
Looks
gift that
like
keeps on giving.
Yep. Looks like available now. You got Coffee Talk next week on the 23rd. You got Midnight Fight Express for console and PC and cloud.
Mhm.
The 25th, you have Exapunks for the PC, Opus, Echo of Starsong, Full Bloom Edition for the console and PC. And on August 30th, you have Immortality, Immortals, Phoenix Rising, and Tinykin, console and PC. and
Don't
cloud.
forget Commandos 3 HD Remastered, which I am actually stoked for. I played so much Commandos back in the 90s, dude. Oh my god, that is awesome.
All right, and then what comes also leaves. So we have a lot of games leaving actually. So they're all
Yeah, it's a
leaving on
big
the
bummer.
31st. Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
bummer, especially some of these games are going to be like, I better hurry up, or you might just want to go out and get the physical copy or download it. Elite Dangerous is leaving. Hades is leaving.
That's
Myst
something I was
is
gonna play.
leaving. Yeah, NBA 2K22 leaving. Well, that's no surprise because
Yeah, I mean the
because
23 comes out.
23 will be
couple
there.
weeks.
Yeah.
yeah. Signs of the Sojourner. That's leaving.
Yeah.
Spirit Far is leaving.
Spiritfarer.
Spiritfarer, really
That's a
good
good
game.
game.
It's
Good
really
game.
good.
12 minutes leaving.
Who cares?
12 minutes is a terrible game.
Who cares?
I think someone who's watching might be mad at you, Mark, but that's okay.
I know. We had this discussion
It's a
Yeah.
bad game.
2
a
Point
year
Hospital.
ago when it came out. Oh,
2 Point
2 Point
Hospital
Hospital is a rough one.
it's fun. It's a fun game.
What Remains of Edith Finch is leaving, and World War Z.
Yeah, I wanted to play World War Z. It's on my playlist, but I never got around to it.
All right. Anyone who, of all these games, definitely Hades would be the one to try before it leaves. Otherwise, if you really want it, go get it. On whatever console you have. Whether
Yeah, all the
it be
games are
Xbox.
20% off. They're
Yeah.
20% off while they're right before they leave, so they are on sale if you want to get on and grab it.
All right. Yeah.
But
well,
I
then
recommend Hades, Spiritfarer, and if you're into simulation, like management simulation games,
2 Point is
Hospital
good. Yeah, 2 Point is good.
All right. What
better
about
on
you,
a
Max?
PC, but
Yeah, absolutely.
what about
I
you?
was looking at it for PC Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Max? Any of these games that you think our listeners or viewers should try if they have Xbox Game Pass?
Oh, well, you know what? Of the list, Hades is really the only one I've played. Not an Xbox guy, but definitely get on Hades if you haven't tried it yet. Beautiful game. A lot of fun.
All right. Yeah, so Hades for me, just pretty much, I think all around, all of us agree Hades is the game that you should play before all these games go away. And you should be looking forward to the rest of the games coming out for the Game Pass for the month of August. And in September, we'll be talking about more games coming and eventually more games leaving. We have to work both ways around, I
well,
guess.
Gamescom is next week, right?
Yep.
sure they're going to
Gamescom,
announce
yeah.
a whole bunch of
Thursday.
stuff.
Yep. Coming up. There's gonna be a few. We gotta like. I think even Keeley was like, "Yo, temper your expectations." So it's not gonna be as crazy because this year is like the year of just kind of all the pandemic stuff actually is making an impact. So just kind of temper the expectation. But there will be announcements.
I think it's just going to be more of like nothing new, just a lot of gameplay shown.
Yeah. Don't show me 2024 stuff, please. Just keep it.
Don't-
Good
yeah,
God.
just-
Good God.
I need hype up 2022 because I'm not really hyped for anything outside of God of War.
Yeah, God of War. That's it. But yeah, but like, please don't show 2024. Like, really? Like,
2024. Well, you know that's what they're gonna do, right? I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
anything
I
at
don't want
Gamescom is
that.
gonna be.
Next
They're
year.
gonna be advertising anything for the rest of the year. I mean, I could be wrong though. I mean, who knows? All right. Moving on with Microsoft. They admit the obvious. Xbox One sales were less than half of the PS4.
okay,
All right.
moving on. Next story.
I mean, we kind of already knew this already, right?
But
They-
I think they tripled it. So
I mean, outside of North America, nobody cares about Xbox really.
nobody.
And the UK,
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
not very
no.
big.
No.
So I get it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I went and looked. They're very close. If North America, they're only like 7 million apart, which is actually pretty good considering how popular PS4 was. But obviously, worldwide, it's PlayStation all the way.
Yeah, literally, I think almost tripled it. It's like, yeah, okay, we're good.
I don't even think Xbox cares because Xbox is beating all their sales of all their previous consoles. So, like, long as
Right.
Xbox is doing well, like, you know.
Not the PS2. The PS2 wiped the floor with the Xbox. Like the PS2.
Well,
was
yeah,
the
but,
more
like,
selling
yeah.
console
Well,
of all time.
PS2
But they're-
dominated
Xbox is
everything.
beating their own.
But
their
they've
own
gotten better
console
with
sales.
each iteration.
Yeah,
I
they
think
have.
that's
Yes,
what
but
he's saying.
Yeah,
but you were saying the previous consoles because the PS2 and the Xbox went at it.
No, Xbox's previous consoles, not PS, not.
But
not,
I know, but
not
I'm
PlayStation.
saying, saying the Xbox and PS2 were together. The Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, you know what I'm trying to say? So like the previous consoles did not outsell. So like the Xbox One, the first Xbox, sorry, the first Xbox didn't come close to the PS2. Like not even. That's
Oh, they
the number one
lost so
selling
much
console of
money
all
on
time.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The red
Yeah.
ring and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 360. I mean,
360
yeah.
though. Oh, PS3 got smacked.
well, PS3 flipped right out at the starting gate, so it was
Yeah.
hard for
I
them to
bought
recover.
that.
They did, but you know, it was tough.
360
that
had the lead
$700
for a
deal.
long time.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah, it
towards the
did.
end, it was PS3. I worked for GameStop at that time, so I know what was popular.
Right. I had a PS3. I never had an Xbox 360. So
I had
until
I had
later.
everything at one point because I'm just a
Right,
person.
right.
No
But
Steam
yeah,
Deck though.
But yeah, they admit the obvious. You know, just they lost the war, at least the last generation war, so they're moving on with the you know the Xbox Series X and S, and I think
I
they
don't
will
think they
eventually
care
lose that.
anymore.
They'll lose
No.
that war too. I think they'll even lose to Nintendo. You know.
You know what though? They've got however many, 30 million Game Pass subscribers. That's
Yeah,
what they
man.
care about.
That's
Because they
what
will
they're winning.
they will push that out every single time they hit a milestone, and they will talk about it nonstop.
They're
Well, let's
secure
not
enough.
get
in
They
their
said
current,
25 million.
What were we saying, Max?
they're secure enough in their current console that they can admit this. That's all it is.
That's absolutely true. That's why they didn't say anything before because it was so low and dismal. Like, why even talk
Oh,
about it?
that was last generation. Whatever. Who cares?
All right. Moving on. We're going to talk about some other great stories before we get into our main discussion. First story, Sonic Frontiers. Now we are going to be talking delays a little later on in the show, but I don't think this is going to be a game that will be delayed. Sonic Frontiers. I mean, unless anyone thinks that it will get delayed or should be delayed. Does anyone
care
here?
about delays? No one cares, dude. Who cares? It's 2022. Every game's getting delayed. Like this is like whatever. Like just
No,
make
it's
it
only been
good.
43. So
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Linus is keeping count. So I mean,
Yeah, but real talk. Like who cares? Like it's delayed. Like this is
Well-
the result of the pandemic. This is what's happening. Just kind of make it as
no,
good as
this
you
one
can.
isn't. This one hasn't been delayed though. This is fans are asking this one to be delayed,
Well,
which
wait.
is
Yeah.
the biggest difference.
If they haven't
they want this
officially
to get
announced
delayed.
the release
Right.
date,
Yeah. that's
how
true.
can it be delayed?
I mean,
Right? There's no official release.
well, according to
Well,
an article, I
so
put
it's
in
a safety
I put an article on our Discord this morning. Looks like a Taiwanese. Looks like they may have leaked the date for November 15th. I could be wrong, but that's looking like what the date is going to be. So
Probably announced at Gamescom.
yeah, it'll
Next
probably
week.
be announced. Yeah, that will be the 2022 game announced, and then everything else 2023 and pretty much. But
Honestly,
I mean,
I don't care about any of these game delays because, like I said, like, this is now we're getting the effects of the COVID pandemic, because all the games that came out the last 2 years, they were already in development, but now we're starting to get the whole everything in the economy, everything's starting to hit. So it's like, yo, just make the games good. Like, take your time, like, get it out when
Right.
it's get it out. And no
Take your
cyberpunk action. Yeah, no cyberpunk crap. You know, like, I don't need that.
I
Yeah, let's
waited a
just-
whole year to play Cyberpunk when they finally
Exactly.
pushed that big update out.
Yeah, like,
I
just make it good, right?
Just make it
Like,
good.
Make it good.
Honestly, like, I really want to play God of War, but if they're like, yo, you got to wait till February, I'd be like, all right, who cares? Like, I'd be kind of bummed, but make it good, you know? Like,
But that's the
whatever.
problem with this one. This one doesn't look good to people.
No, it
So they're
doesn't
like,
look
they're like, hey, delay it, please. Like, please delay it. Take your
well,
time.
I mean,
Make it
let's-
good. And they're like, no, it's fine as is. It's beautiful. You don't know what you're talking about.
what if
and
they're
we're gonna
trolling
release it.
everybody? What if it actually is like really awesome? They're just showing like really crap stuff and they're just like trolling everybody.
Then
Oh,
Sega needs
tempering
then
expectations.
Sega needs to come up
Yeah.
with some better marketing then, because
No, that's the point. No, they're doing it on purpose. Like, they're trolling on purpose. So then when it comes out, everyone's like, whoa.
Well, someone has to
well-
delay it in
No,
order
see,
for that to happen.
no, I don't. You want to get those first week sales, so you want the hype up, so that way a ton of people buy it, and then have the regret. It's like a movie. You want to have the big opening weekend, and then
Then
everything
have it.
after that, when everybody says that movie sucks, you don't need to see it. It doesn't matter. They've got your money.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess anyone here looking forward to Sonic Frontiers besides me?
I mean,
I guess?
I'm interested in if it's, I'll check it out, but I'm not gonna
No,
buy it.
I'm not interested at all. It looks terrible.
I haven't
I'll,
seen it.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out. That's it. But like,
What-
I'm
what
not
about
gonna
you,
buy it
Max?
day one.
Max Finest.
I have-
Are you guys-
I haven't seen enough, man. Like the last footage that I saw, I think was like when we did an episode on like when they were talking about, oh, they have like the open stage and they have like the the regular
Open zone,
stages, right?
yeah.
Or the open zones, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Like, that
Sonic
was-
in the real world is what it looks like.
Yeah. Sonic
Yeah,
goes
they-
to the
they
real world.
Really,
Whoa.
they really dropped the ball on that. They should have made that so chibi and like looking like Sonic, but open world, like that. Oh, yeah, they should not have
Looks
done
like they
it like
took
that.
Breath of the Wild and shoved Sonic in it.
So
Or like
Sonic, yeah.
Skyrim. It looks like Skyrim or whatever. Yeah, they should have made it like super like Green Hill Zone, big flowers and cool. That would have been rad, you know. And then like maybe Chemical Plant could have been like this, but like overall, like they should have made it look like Sonic. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool as a concept, but like I don't know. If they're gonna make an open world Sonic game, I want to be an open world Green Hill Zone, Lava Reef Zone,
Hmm.
Marble Zone. You know, all those cool
Chemical
weird
Plant
places.
Zone.
Like what they did
Yeah.
with Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, I still just want to see more. I want to get the game for myself, play it, then I want to determine right then and there if it sucks or not. So
That's what's up.
yeah, I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
that's how I
absolutely,
want to do it. I mean,
But I'm not spending those $60 on that.
That's true.
hopefully it's 50.
No, I'm gonna buy.
It'll be
Hey, that's
70 on Series
Shit, it
X.
might be 70.
hey, that's
exactly.
going out to some nice Thai food dinner and everything. I'm doing
It's
that
not going to be
instead.
70.
It won't be 70. I
That's
mean, they
like-
want to
that's
make
like
some
a
money
tank
off
of gas
it.
for me. Oh,
Yeah,
it'll be
exactly.
70 in my country. It'll be 70 in my country.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
man.
tank of gas or like a nice meal, man. Like, shoot, I'd rather have that than Sonic Frontiers.
Whatever. At the
Game
end of
Pass
the
has
day,
got
I
me
want it to be
spoiled.
good.
I mean, yeah, hopefully it goes to Game Pass so you can play it, Mark, for free, damn near, and
I'll have to
then
wait
you
yeah.
can-
like a year and a half though.
Who cares? Who cares? I do that anyway with most games,
And
unless I
then we'll
really
all wait
want.
on you. And then you
Yeah.
can tell us how good it is.
Yeah,
All right, let's talk another game here. Bloodstain announces a surprising crossover with Journey.
I didn't hear about this.
You didn't hear about this one? Me neither. F-Man, you heard about it though. You want to explain some more about it with this one?
There's not much to explain. Like Bloodstain's literally done a crossover journey. Bloodstain is from I don't know his name offhand. One of the creators of Castlevania, and yeah, Journey is that PlayStation game that came out years ago where no one talked and they like roamed through the sand, and you can link up with like maybe one other person during your game or a couple of different people. And Journey was like that epic silent game that like everyone like fell in love with.
Awesome. Oh man.
Yeah,
so
where like you like built out your scarf. So that was pretty sweet. But just the fact that like it's coming to Bloodstain, which was like a really it was a pretty big Kickstarter and indie game.
Symphony of the Night clone. It was great.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, I played it myself. I beat it. It was a wonderful game. And then since then, they've been coming out with continuous DLC. So you can play as like alternate characters. And now they've like done boss battles, and they just keep on adding to the game. Which is,
do you know how they're gonna like integrate it though? That's my thing. It's what they're gonna do for the crossover. Are they gonna put like a Journey character in there, or are they gonna do more of like a Journey-esque mode in the game? You know what I mean?
It's like
it's
a
gonna
level.
it's gonna be themed levels. So they're
Just
gonna
theme levels.
Yeah, so they're gonna do themed levels, new armor, new weapons.
Okay.
And and then
I
and
love
that's
that.
pretty much it. Yeah.
More games should do that. Just weird ass crossovers. That's freaking awesome. You know,
don't
like,
get me started. I could throw that into a whole episode.
but isn't that rad though? Like you could like be like, yo, we're gonna do like Dishonored and Age of Empires. You know, it's gonna be rad. You know, you could just like do some
Let's
crazy
cross
mashups.
Dead Cells in WWE. Let's do
Why
it.
not? Dude?
Yeah,
Like,
let's do it.
I mean, oh wait, hold on, time out. It's called Fortnite. Oh,
Oh yeah, Dragon
funny.
Ball.
Dragon Ball is in that right
Yeah,
now,
Dragon
and
Ball.
it does look pretty sweet. Might jump into that one. But earlier this year,
that's cool,
Bloodstain
though.
did do Child of Light. Was their last
rad.
crossover? So
That's so
yeah,
cool.
if you
I
like
mean,
Metroidvanias, you know this is a
That's
pretty
my
sweet
jam.
one.
Well, you know, there's another
Like Shovel
crossover.
Knights and everything.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Shovel Knight.
Well,
Oh,
even
there-
Bloodstain.
He's
is
in
good.
everything.
yeah, Bloodstain. Yeah.
Do love me some Shovel Knight.
Shovel
Well, Mario
Knight's
and
rad.
Rabbids. That's another good collab that's coming out later this year. So I mean,
Yeah, that's true. I like the first one. It was cool.
yeah.
It was
first
also-
one-
Nesco asked a question. I think it's either between Mark, me, or you, Justin, for the
yeah,
oldest
I
person here.
guess. Maybe even finest.
I'm
I'm not the
under
oldest.
40, and that's as much as I'll
I
say.
am under 42.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But-
I think we're all
But-
relatively
but-
the same
We're all
age.
80s kids.
Everyone's under 40. Yeah.
But dude, I think Justin, I think you're like a year older than me, or maybe the same age, or something like
Yeah,
that.
well,
But I don't have it, but I'm 37, so that's fine. So I'm
same
up there.
37. I'll be 38 by the end of the year. So,
Okay, see, yeah, cool.
I'm also 37. So
Okay,
look at
then
that. Whoa.
That makes me the oldest.
Yeah.
What do I win? I'll be 39 in 3 months.
Oh, so
39?
you're 38.
Oh,
Okay, so we're all like right
right
around
on.
that. around
Y'all
that
look
middle
so much
part.
younger on my screen.
Yeah, right.
I have a young
HD of that
face.
fuzzy.
I have a young face. That's why I have a beard. Makes me look
I
older.
just shaved. I just shaved and got a haircut today, so I'm like all baby face right now. Like I look like I'm like 13.
your hat was looking a little bit lower to your skull, you know. So
Yeah, it was all fluffed out, right?
All right.
I might be the youngest person here.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you and Cam. Yeah,
You and Cam.
Young,
Yeah,
young
I'm,
buck, right?
I'm 31. How old are you, Max?
I'm 29.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, little baby. Awesome.
All right. All right. So multiverses looks like they are getting some new characters. Looks like Black Adam is going to be joining the roster of characters.
That
So
movie's gonna be so bad. Sorry.
It's not going to be that bad.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
definitely
I am
worse
so dude.
DC
I
movies.
am I was the biggest Rock fan up to like 2015, but dude, this dude. I can't. He's a walking advertising billboard. He's so annoying now. I
That's
can't.
what he
I can't
is.
even. Yeah, I
That's
can't
what he
even.
is.
I was all about The Rock. Dude. But he's a terrible actor. Dude, he's on the sauce like so
Oh,
much.
I
So I was
wouldn't
like, "Oh, how do you
go
do your
that
workouts?"
far.
It's called HGH. Like, yes, you know, like that's how like everyone's like, "Oh, what's the Rock workout, bro?" Yeah, like yes, bro. I do this for a living, dude. I've been doing this for 20 years. I train professional athletes. I've just you know what I mean. Like I'm a sports scientist. He's on shit. Like that's what it is. So that's how you look like him at age almost 50. You know, like come on. Like it's always just I
Yeah,
don't know.
he looks better now than he ever did when he was wrestling.
It's
Yeah,
like
I-
literally he eats HGH sandwiches, you know. So it's like, come on.
All
But
right, so-
anyway, I
yeah.
just think that movie's gonna be bad. And
yeah.
and
Well,
so
Black Adam,
he's
and
ruining
then
Black Adam.
a little bit away from Black Adam, Stripe from the Gremlins is also going to be in the game. So
So
That's
random.
awesome.
That's kind
Yeah.
of cool.
yeah,
Awesome.
that's just out of nowhere. Like, so I guess
I
while
think
we're on
they
it,
need-
Warner Brothers like, hey,
heavily-
what do we got?
Right.
Gremlins,
But I think they
right,
leaned
from the
too heavily
Gremlins.
into DC. Too much DC, I think, up front. I think they should have kind of spread it around at first.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like maybe like the Jetsons, maybe George Jetson,
Well,
or
they had to push their DC because they're trying to build that DC universe right now with all the stuff. So I get it.
yeah,
I get it, but yeah.
Man,
but
I'm
yeah,
so checked out.
Like,
But, I
but
mean-
they're not new. They're not new to the fighting game world. Okay, like
Right. You're
Shaggy
totally right.
new to the fighting game world.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
DBZ
Shaggy.
Shaggy at that. Yes.
LeBron
Yeah.
James.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Right.
You know. Maybe
That's
we'll
just
get Michael
weird.
Jordan from
I'm
the
actually,
first
you know what I'm
state.
actually really mad at? Like, I mean, one of my favorite movies as a kid was The Iron Giant, but he's whack in that game. He's not very good.
Oh, you got to play him now.
Oh,
He-
yeah, I remember when he first came out. He's better now. They buffed
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
'Cause
Iron
I love
Giant.
the Iron Giant. He's
Yeah,
he's fire.
He's probably like a mid tier. He's like
Okay.
a mid tier Titan. Like he's like not like
Tanky.
he's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Mid-tier
He's all right. He's not the best in the game, but yeah, he can throw down.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he's like he's not quite like Zangief type feel, like that kind of Titan size, or is he more like what's the in Dragon Ball Fighters that huge dude
Broly?
Android 16?
Android
Broly?
16, yeah, Android, yeah,
Yep.
exactly. He's like that's a Titan. Like he's not quite that level. He's like in between.
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely. But I don't know. I'm really excited for just like this right here, and then just like the other data leaks that they've had. Like they've already
Yeah.
announced some
Yeah.
characters, like or not announced, but
Yeah,
other characters
Morty
might
and
be
Rick are
getting.
coming. Yeah.
Yep. Fred,
Yeah,
Flintstone,
Morty.
Fred Flintstone,
Yeah,
Harry Potter.
Flintstone. Yeah, they
you
like I
know?
said, let's get
Dude,
the Jetsons in there.
Talking
and
about Scarecrow and Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
I was
really?
hearing-
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, what?
maybe
Yeah, like I was hearing leaks about that. I was like, that is awesome. Like
They
that's
also
awesome.
from Breaking Bad, Walter White is
Walter, yeah,
and this is like a fan. This is the fan thing. Like the fans are the ones that got like Shaggy, like DBZ, like Shaggy in the
that's
game.
cool.
And
Yeah.
like the developers are listening, like they're just like listening, and everyone's saying Walter
Zoinks.
Walter White right now. So they're listening, and that's what makes this like so awesome. I think it's very much going to be like a Fortnite type of game.
yeah.
All they need
But
to
I
do-
think
all
that
they
can
need
make
to
it
do is
cool in
just
the
go
same
to-
respect.
Yeah, all I need to do is just go watch that atrocity of Space Jam 2 and just put everything in there. That's what they did. They're just basically, it's the same characters,
There's the Neo for the Matrix,
Yeah,
maybe they could do Wacko, Yakko, or Dot from Animaniacs. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be
that'd
sick.
That'd be
That'd
yeah.
be sick.
Hey,
oh, I
hey.
love me some Animaniacs.
Guys, Freakazoid.
Freakazoid,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
Freakazoid.
That's what's up.
That was a good
Tick,
show.
Gargoyles, like, come on, like
Gargoyles was
That was,
Disney.
that was Disney.
That was Disney.
Oh,
Gargoyles
was
was
But that's
Disney,
okay.
dude.
They said
I thought that was on WB.
No, it was Disney, bro.
No, it was Disney.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
okay. It was
Yeah.
okay.
Warner Brothers said they're not like
The
they're
chick
not
was up. The
confining
chick.
themselves to only WB characters. So if they
Okay.
can get someone else like from another series, they'll they'll cross over. They'll
If it
cross
gets
over that series
popular
and bring
enough,
it to the world.
Disney will just do their own.
That's
Absolutely.
all that's going to happen. Disney.
Well, they
will
already
do their
have
own-
Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon Brawlers is
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
That's not Disney.
voice
That's
He's
not
talking about
Disney.
Disney, man.
That's that's not Disney. I'm sorry, that's my fault. I got too excited there.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Disney will do their own. Yeah, Nickelodeon has Nickelodeon Brawler. I mean, they should just buy Nickelodeon
Superman's
Brawlers.
coming, but that's cool, I guess. When Superman,
Nobody likes the Nickelodeon game anymore.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
especially
No,
with
that's
multiverse is
dead.
out. Yeah, that's
Right.
They're gonna drop so many Lord of the Rings characters in there too because the new Lord of the Rings show is coming out. They're gonna drop. I think they've already some people data mined like Legolas and Gandalf were in there.
Yes,
Johnny
that's
Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Oh yeah, Johnny Bravo. I saw. Yeah,
Hey, want to see me cut my hair really fast?
Johnny Bravo would be great. And then maybe the Powerpuff Girls. We can see them. you
Yeah,
know.
for sure. Any Cartoon Network stuff.
The
Courage the
possibilities are
Cowardly Dog.
limitless.
It
Yeah,
really is.
Whatever.
Yeah, they have a big library. WB, they can
Dude,
go in any direction they
Freaking
want.
Bugs Bunny. Like Jesus Christ, perfect. Like
If anyone out there listening wants to play and get down to some multiverses, I will.
I
Definitely
want
take
to. I
some
want to try it.
challenges.
I don't love those
Absolutely.
type of
I gave it a
fighting games.
shot.
Yeah, I don't love
Yeah,
it.
I tried it out.
Just for fun. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of
totally
fun.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be
haven't
competing at
installed.
Evo, but I mean,
I like to just dig around. I wish they would like add some new modes in it where you can do some fun co-op stuff. That'd be kind of cool, you know, just some different things, like maybe some objective modes. So if you're
Target
not like
smashing.
competitive, yeah, or something like that. Like someone like me who's like, I like the platform fighters. They're kind of fun, like, you know, Brawlhalla, you know, all that good stuff. But like, I'm not really that great at it, but I enjoy it. But I'm totally down to play with people.
all right, for sure, definitely. Yeah.
Or did you? Or one last thing before you, did you hear about people talking about putting Ted Lasso in there?
Yes.
Oh yes, I heard about that.
I was like, wow, like that would be ridiculous. But hey, why not? Why not?
It'll be an easy way to promote something new coming out. Oh, movie coming out? It'll character.
Oh, Dragon Ball
Why
Z
not?
movie coming out?
Right.
Oh, weird. Goku in Fortnite.
Exactly.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z movie comes out next week, and then
Yeah. All right. So let's flip the script a bit. NFL Blitz. You know, we've had a lot of announcement about arcade one-ups. Well, it looks like NFL Blitz is finally getting its own. It will consist of the 3 NFL Blitz games.
all 3. Okay, good. I was gonna say it better be 2000. That's the best one.
Yeah,
Period.
NFL Blitz, NFL Blitz 99, and NFL
2000.
Blitz 2000. So I mean,
I like 2001 as well, but 2000 is the best. Period.
yeah.
Like,
So
no
those are the 3
question.
that will be coming. And it looks like, from what I was reading here, it looks like 84% of the moves will still be there. You know, the NFL is
No
trying to promote.
late hits.
Yeah, no late hits
No
anymore. No
late
body
hits.
slams. No, and that was the best part of the game too. I mean,
The NFL does not want that anymore. That's what it is.
it's just a game. Come on now.
The NFL doesn't. They already have a bad enough image with the concussions, so they don't want to put that out there anymore. So I understand. Like the only way it was going to get approved is if they took it out.
No, dude, I used to work for the NFL. Trust me, I know how it works. But I mean, like,
Come on,
bro, that's not NFL Blitz. Then that's not. That's
a lot
not
of
NFL
people, because I'm in a couple of one-up Facebook groups and stuff. They are not happy about it. This
is a
Blitz.
serious
The whole point of that
thing.
game, that's a strategy of the game. That's literally that's like not being. That's like playing Forza and not being able to turn left.
I guess. I mean,
It's
Cameron,
like,
what are your
how
thoughts?
do you even-
On the late hits?
Oh,
I
the
never
late
played
hits.
Blitz, man.
Oh yeah,
You ever played it? You missed
I
out,
never
man.
played Blitz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess you're a little bit younger, but like,
Yeah,
still, dude, like what you would do is like the receivers would go out to the pass, you would tackle all the receivers, and then they have to run. That's how you played the game. Like
That's
that's how you
hilarious.
played.
That's crazy. You NFL how to stay on that. Like you can't. Yeah, that's.
I
Wait,
mean,
that's not NFL Blitz. Is it? Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah,
That's
that is.
99.
Yeah, it's 2000. It's 2003.
Somebody
Oh,
will
yeah.
mod it. It'll
That
be
was
out,
weird.
you know, before you know it. But the NFL is
yeah.
not going to condone. That's why we'll never see like another NFL Street.
yeah, NFL
Yeah, I
Street.
know.
Yeah, that's
Well,
totally out of
NFL's just a
question.
different thing, but like and then they can do the pile drivers on them and stuff like that.
That's hilarious.
Dude,
Yeah.
like what? Dude, that's ridiculous. That's honestly that's a strategy of the game. Like you tackle the receivers before. That's how you play multiplayer. Like you look at the big NFL Blitz.
Well, that's still
tournaments back
in
in the
there.
days.
I think it's the late hits after the play has been
Yeah,
dead, where you
yeah.
can just kind of
Yeah,
jack
where you
up
pile
with the
drivers,
slip.
like,
do a pile driver, do an elbow drop or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
elbow
all
They
that
don't want to
stuff.
promote violence. Yeah.
Those are the late hits that they're talking about.
I guess it's not much like different than Forza. Again, I'll bring the harken back to the driving game. So like Forza or Gran Turismo, it's like you can put our Porsche in there, but you can't wreck it. It's like what? You know how they do that because they don't want to show the cars wrecked. You know, so
Yeah, the
Right,
damage.
but I mean, in
Yeah.
2022, those are the licenses that you have. Back in the
Yeah.
day, I mean, think
Whatever.
about all the things that happened in the 90s with games and movies that would never happen now
No.
because of the licenses.
And
Yeah.
hey, you know, why am I getting all bent out of shape? I'm never gonna buy a little NFL Blitz cabinet. You know what? Because sponsored by Steam Deck.
Steam Deck. Yeah.
Well, I mean, NFL's Blitz should make a comeback. I'm reading in the comments now from
I will
Jonathan
fire
Roberts
it up
here.
right now. I have it right
Blitz better than Madden.
I mean, it's not really hard
yes.
to do.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, Madden. I mean, we were talking about this earlier. Just well, you were ranting about it in the Discord yesterday.
there. It's better
Mark
than Madden.
about.
I
and
ran
no-
about everything in the Discord.
Well, Matt. Well, he was
I know.
ranting about the new Madden game, how it's been having problems and all that
22?
stuff. Yeah, Madden 22.
I mean, no, it's 25th anniversary or something like that. What
Yeah.
is it? It's like the one with Madden on the cover, right?
Yeah.
That comes out this week, actually, the new one.
No, that came out
It
Friday.
came out. Came out
Oh,
Friday.
it did come out Friday. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard.
People are pissed about it.
Yeah, people.
Why,
I hear it's
what's
already
wrong with
trash.
People are always pissed. Are always pissed about Madden.
Yeah,
Right?
but
Oh, Madden has
what are they
sucked for
pissed about?
years.
Is
I
it
mean-
anyone specific? Because I was thinking about getting on it again this year, like trying to play.
Nah,
what's
I
bad
know.
about it?
I know you read too. You read into it a bit, right, Mark, about why people were pissed about it, or
Well, just like it's just the same game over and over again, and
Yeah,
and
well, we know
things-
that.
the blocking is still as bad as it's ever been, and the cornerbacks are as bad as they've ever been, and it's just lazy.
Yeah, they want it to be an offensive scoring game. They don't want those 7 to 10 games in esports. They're trying to make it more esports. That's the thing.
Maybe I don't know, but they're still like ESPN, NFL 2K5 did things almost 20 years ago that they still don't do now.
Well,
And
we
it's
know
like-
2K was a better game. That's why that's why Madden killed it. Like
But that's why they had to go
2K5
out and buy
was
the rights. to it.
ridiculous.
They would have
That
done
game
it for
was so good.
basketball too,
Yeah.
if they would have let them, but they didn't.
well, I mean, hopefully, 2K coming in and swooping, well, they didn't take the license from EA to do another NBA Live game, but I mean, let's be real, like the last few NBA Live attempts.
Oh,
Right,
that live
you can-
remaster they did
Yeah,
like
that was
6
just
years ago.
horrible.
Oh my, dude, I loved it. NBA Live '98. Oh my god, that was my jam. But
They're like, sure, go ahead, you make a game. You make a
Dude,
game. We'll see how you do it.
NBA Live '98. NBA Live '98. I played so much. Then '99, 2000. Dude, I played so much of those games. It was ridiculous. But then
I actually
like,
preferred Shootout over Live. Remember Shootout?
Well, no, that was the shootout was later though. That was a little bit later.
No, it was like 98, 99.
Was it?
There
I
was
thought that
shootout,
against
and then
one,
there
too.
was, In the Zone. If you remember that one,
I thought that was.
Well, that was
wasn't
Konami,
shootout on,
yeah.
wasn't shootout on PS2
yeah, NBA in
though?
the Zone.
No, Shootout was like a 96. The first one came out.
Okay, yeah, because NBA Live was on PS1. I played. Okay, the '98 was on PS1. Okay, yeah. I mean,
GPR
I played NBA Action '94, '95 on the Genesis.
Mm. The NBA Live was good. I mean, until JPR original here is saying NBA Live was better until 2010, and then that's when 2K, I guess, took the turn.
Yeah, blew up. Yeah, 2K was good.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean, you
I don't
really
have
agree
time
disagree on
to
that.
go into
And then, and
that.
then they stopped making it, but that attempted revival of it was so trash. Oof. Mm.
Oh boy. Well, I think this is the most we've ever talked sports game in like one full segment with a NFL Blitz. Maybe we should start talking more sports games here. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
we
I love
will.
these sports games.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Well,
Bring
I mean,
back NCAA. Bring back NCAA. Now,
They
now you
are.
can pay the players.
They
I know,
are.
I know they are, but it
I
sucks
can't
now
wait
because
for it because NCAA was always better than Madden. Always. I bought it every year.
dude.
I don't even like
I'm-
college football.
Dude, I'm in 2003 to 2007. By the way, if you play those, linebacker on San Diego State. So yeah, but if you get those games like now, they're so much more expensive to make because of the name, image, and likeness for the players. You have to
Yeah.
pay the players.
Yeah.
I actually got a $1,600 check in the mail from the settlement like 5 or 6 years ago because of the
Oh, that's
from
why you
from
got
the
the Steam
NCAA
Deck.
game.
Because of the
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, this is like 7 years ago. Like the lawsuit was like happened like in 2014 about those games because they would
Yeah, but
just put us.
I can't imagine like a lot of players like, here's $100, let us put you in the game. They'd be like, absolutely. Like it's not gonna cost that much money to put every player in the game.
It's not $100.
No.
Like these guys make like these deals are like $1 million deals.
Yeah, but
studios,
to have your name and likeness in a game, like to a lot of guys, that just means you've made it, and the extra money is the extra money. You're gonna say
Oh.
no? You're gonna say
I'm-
no?
Yes, because
You might,
because
but a lot of these
no,
kids might not.
because your brand. No, I'm saying because right now they have the name, image, and likeness that you can do in the NCAA, so you can license your stuff out. So like minimum, these guys are getting like $50,000, $80,000 deals, and that's what's happening. And like that's like on average, like the lower players or they're playing like $500, sure, but overall, if you want the best players in the game, the starters, the Heisman Trophy winners, all these, you're gonna have to pay. Like they're what their agents are asking for. Like these are expensive deals, and so like it's going to change. It's going to be a different animal than it was before, And
Well,
As long
I'm
as
gonna.
it's a good game, I'll get it. That's
yeah, no, I'm down. I'm just saying it's
Make
just going to
my
be a
own
little bit
games
more of
up.
an uphill battle for EA than it was before. You just pump them out. They're actually going to have to like hope they sell because they're going to be way more expensive to make.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a
Nice.
video game. It's called WWE 2K22. I created myself. So if you wanna,
Yeah, boy.
Creative player.
I'm in every sports game. I make myself in every
Heck
single
yeah,
one.
heck
I
yeah.
mean,
unfortunately, I don't get paid for it. No,
I'm in
But, yeah.
Skyrim, but I'm an orc.
Yeah.
But anyone,
I'm a
or any of
Nord.
you guys, before we move on to the next story, any of you guys or anyone you know looking to order this NFL Blitz sports cabinet, arcade cabinet? No.
no, I was
Nope.
hyped on
I
the
don't like
Marvel
crap.
Capcom 2 cabinet. It's
I
gonna
don't
take
like
me
stuff.
for a ride.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and then Finance, you're getting
I
the
like
Marvel
that quote.
versus, you're getting the
That's
Marvel
right.
versus Capcom too, right? Finance.
Yeah.
Man, that looks
Yes.
sweet.
So
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
that
arcade
one
one
was-
up. Yep.
yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice. I would probably get the Turtles one if I, had to get a choice. But it looks good though. I mean, NFL Blitz,
I get
great
like
game back in the day.
that MK2 cabinet. Oh yeah, or Street Fighter 2 Turbo cabinet.
You're talking about right now. There's a
What's
Super
up?
Street Fighter 2 cabinet. That's
Yeah.
a big rumor that they're talking about making one of those. So
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, they already have like a bunch of other compilations, but I guess if they did Street Fighter 2, I don't see why not. So, all right. Well, enough of the arcade cabinets. Moving on. Looks like PlayStation is going to have its own PC launcher. I guess it's been discovered in the Spider-Man version for PC. With that being said, I mean, does this?
Whoop-de-doo.
I'll be honest with you. This doesn't really surprise me too much. Max, would you be surprised if PlayStation comes out with its own PC launchers for its PC games?
I mean, not really. Kind of based on the amount of like PlayStation exclusives slowly making their way onto like PC platforms like God of War and like recently Spider-Man. Not too surprised, to be honest with you.
The only reason to do it is for cross-platform play and linking to PSN if you're going to have like online plays or leaderboards or something like that. You
Yeah.
know, that's the only thing. So if the new Spider-Man has like co-op and it comes out on PC and PS5, like okay, yep, you need PSN link to play it with somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think it would be worth it. Otherwise, stop making damn launchers, man. Such a waste of
Yeah.
system space.
Launchers and streaming services. I'm done.
Pretty much.
Done with
yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, for this, it's not even in the. I'm not excited about the launcher. It's like, yeah, I rather just like put it on one of the existing launchers that I could already play it. But
Steam.
if it, yeah, but if it if it allows me to do cross play through my games from like PC to console, or it has cross purchasing, like I don't have to pay for it twice, then I'm all about this.
Oh, that's a good deal. Like, like cross buy, that'd be good.
Yeah.
What about you, Cameron? What are your thoughts on this PC launcher from PlayStation? Cam, can you hear me? No.
You're
Yeah,
muted.
Am I good? Okay, cool. Yeah, I was muted.
Oh,
No,
Ooh.
We gotta mute that.
You sound a little distorted, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
reconnect
Cam.
your headphones. Disconnect, reconnect them.
Yeah, disconnect, reconnect, and then give your take. Yeah, it was kind of you kind of sounded a little
Robot
distorted there.
death.
But yeah, I mean, so there's already been PlayStation already said they're going to develop their just like their PC services. They're now like they have a dedicated team. I forget the guy's name, but they've been hiring people on for that service. Yeah, so they're building it out. It's going to happen, and yeah, PlayStation finally realized they can make money off of it. So
Hey,
All
money
right,
is money. Sony's not going to say no to money. Like they've seen the sales. The sales are really good on their PC games.
And they're really good. God of War on PC was delicious. Like I was like, give me more.
So like,
I
you're
just,
like, oh,
I
we
cranked
could have
it
had
all
all
up.
this
Oh.
money. Why haven't we done this sooner? But they're a Japanese company, so they don't really do PC.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cam, are you reconnected? I think you're still muted. You're still muted. You're muted. You're muted. All right. While he works with that, we'll just go ahead and move on to the next story here. We will start talking some Disney, and looks like they have an announced showcase with Marvel. Disney and Marvel Game Showcase. Looks like they're going to be showing stuff from. We can expect new reveals from titles including Disney Dreamlight Valley, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, and a sneak peek at upcoming Marvel Assemble game from Skydance New Media, and we might get some other surprises as well. It's going to be on September 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So
And it is streamed, so it's not just like a direct where they just play a video. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
yeah, it is being streamed. Max, anything in particular you're looking forward to with this showcase? Anything you want to see new or old that they might have to announce?
You know what? I'm always excited for a new gaming showcase to kind of put on the background for whatever I'm doing, get hype, you know. But to be honest with you, like my first reaction to this was just more Disney, Marvel capes, and just I don't know. I'm just so Disney and Marveled out, to be honest with you. Like no matter what, and which is a shame because like I'm a comic book fan. I'm a Disney fan. I loved all that stuff growing up, but like it's just nothing has really gotten me super excited except maybe like the current PS4 line of Spider-Man games, and things like that. But like,
But they have the potential. It's there.
yeah,
They're just
I
not
guess.
doing
Yeah.
it with it.
At 7 and 9 seconds in there, at 7 seconds, it looks like it almost looks like a Sims type game. That looked kind of interesting. I don't know what it is, but at 9 seconds, it's a Xenomorph, so alien game. I'm kind of looking forward to that. That'd be
Oh,
kind of
that's
Yeah.
the Dreamlight Valley. That's like kind of Simish.
yeah, that might be kind of fun. And then
But that's a pay to win game. I don't think it's an actual game.
Oh, is it?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw
fun
the two
game.
Xenomorph clips that at 2 seconds in. If you look at the
Oh,
little
it's not a
clip,
phone
and then
game.
9
Yeah,
seconds
yeah.
in.
I'm sorry, it's not a phone game, but it's made by
Yeah.
Game Loft. So
Oh yeah, but which is a mobile developer. Yeah,
right.
the big one. So them and King and all them. So yeah,
hmm
Yeah, like
we'll just see what
I know-
happens, right?
yeah, exactly. We'll just see what happens. I don't know. I was looking at like kind of unrelated, but I was looking at like Midnight Suns
Mm.
trailer and stuff like that. And
Mm.
I've been a little
Mhm.
disappointed with that because
Ugh.
it just I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't look all that appealing in general.
You're right.
but
Exactly. Like that's
the
exactly what
Midnight
it is.
Suns. The Midnight Suns didn't have characters like the Captain America. They didn't have Iron Man, and I just feel like everyone's too scared to branch out away from the Avengers to be like, all right, our team consists of Blade, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, and Doctor Strange. Go have fun. I'll have fun with that. I don't need Iron Man. I don't need Captain America.
Well, they did it so
And-
well with the Ultimate Alliance games.
Ultimate
They-
Alliance.
Those,
Okay,
are, those
okay.
are fine. Those are different though. Those are a little
know.
different.
I know,
But if
and
you're
then they
calling
made
it
the third
Midnight
one Switch only.
Yeah. But I'm just saying.
But yeah, I agree with I agree with you. Like on that totally. Like big Disney, big EA, big publishers, big Activision Blizzard. That's the thing we always talk about. Like smaller studios, or they can take risks and pivot and do all this crazy stuff. But bigger companies, bigger game studios, they don't want to do risk. They want to just keep it safe and what makes money. And I love the idea of Midnight Sun, but like it just doesn't look good.
No, the
Like,
trailers
it
don't
just
grab
doesn't
me.
look good. I mean, like it's cool. Like they're all like knight, obviously villainous heroes. So that's a cool concept. I mean, it's the whole
man.
Batman combat. It has the potential of being awesome, but the thing is for them, it's like they think they're taking a big risk because people want to personify persona. That's not the right word. They want to embody Iron Man because they want to be Iron Man, but no one's like wants to be these other characters yet because they haven't established them because they're more ancillary. So deep comic book people who understand it, well, oh, that's rad, that character's good, but like they're not the mainstream. So like you don't have little kids dressing up as Blade on Halloween, in 1998 you did, but like,
Well, like, but a Blade game, like a third person
oh my
action.
god, oh, Blade
awesome.
game, give
They made
me
it-
that. I would
They have that, though.
I would eat
That,
that
they
up.
have Blade 2 on Xbox.
Yeah, but
That was
what's
pretty
the
bad.
20 years?
No,
Like,
that's
20 years.
one of those licensed games back in the day. It
Yeah,
was so
fair enough.
bad. Oh,
Fair enough,
it was like
fair
a
enough.
tank. It was really, but yeah, like a really good Blade game. Oh my god! Like
Yeah.
my wife and I just watched Blade recently, like 3 weeks ago. So good. But yeah, I feel you on that though, man. Like it's just not exciting.
Yeah.
F-Man,
Developers.
yeah. What were you saying?
Sorry, developers. If you have a Marvel property, be brave.
Be
Branch
brave.
out. Just
F-Man.
leave
Or
Spider-Man
just-
and Iron Man at home, okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
Let's
just
leave
have
them
enough.
alone.
do it.
And Iron Man games they're not good. They've never been good. It's
Oh,
hard
no.
to program him.
Like Superman games, they're bad.
Not good.
No,
not
Superman,
fun to play as
let's not
somebody
talk
who's
about Superman.
invulnerable.
Yeah, exactly.
why Batman games are
I'm the
better.
biggest diehard Superman fan there is in the world. Like I love Superman. You see how Superman shit I have? Like I have my sister made me a bobblehead likeness of Superman. Like for God's sake,
Wow.
come on!
That's
Like I
exactly
love
like you.
Superman.
Love the props, Ted.
Yeah, like I'm Carrot Top over here. but like you said, like yeah, just branch out. Like saying, be brave. That's a good way to say it. Be brave, but
Well, I'm gonna jump in here because you guys have been going at it, but I mean, you have to think about like what Disney's doing, maybe not directly, but what they are allowing people to do with their licenses. I mean, just look at like Insomniac Spider-Man. We are getting a Wolverine game. These are own Disney properties that Disney is finding developers to make these games. Yeah, it's like under the Sony umbrella because Sony is paying for these games to be made, but that doesn't change the fact that there are still Disney IPs. So
Right. It's just for 10 years they didn't do that.
right, but
yeah,
they're doing it now.
and it's
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and but that's not Max's point. His point is it's Spider-Man, it's Wolverine, it's the people.
They're
that,
safe.
It's the big, yeah, it's safe.
People
Exactly.
will
It's
buy that.
boring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
people-
it's like boring. And you know what? And they're third-person action games, like or fighting games. Like do a freaking RTS. Do a something different, like a something different characters, different game type of play. Just something different. Like you said, be brave in some form. Use the property, use the IP in a different way, in a different genre, in a different light. Tell a different story than the usual. Like I don't need to see Batman's origin story 1 billion times.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do. Yes, you do,
I
and
mean-
you'll like it every time they have it.
Gotta see those pearls drop in the alley, man.
Every time, and then it's
And
the
then-
tear,
Every time.
and the bats.
We are getting other games like Marvel Snap is one that we'll probably see at D23 also,
Mhm.
and that one is going to have America, the comic book character that creates portals.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what type of game that's going to be. I'm assuming you're just going to take pictures and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a different type of game. And even Midnight Suns. I mean, that game is, I don't know, like if you've ever read the Midnight Suns comic book, like it's a darker universe. There is going to be other characters. It's a mobile game. So like, I mean, it's not like going to be like this grandiose thing. It's going to be something smaller that is going to provide different gameplay and that it's going to allow people to play. And if you ever read the comic book, it is not like your typical Marvel universe. It's not your campy. It's not your regular Iron Man or your regular Wolverine. These are all people that have been imbued with Doctor Strange's powers in order to travel, to different dimensions. So
Right,
I
and-
mean,
The story seems great, right? The publisher is made by a team that knows what they're doing. Everything seems like it should work, and yet every time I see a trailer for it, I'm like,
Exactly.
but do you play
Yeah.
Marvel game? I mean, not Marvel. do you
I'm a
play
Marvel
mobile
hater
games?
though. Yeah.
You're a Marvel. Okay, so he admits it.
I love turn-based strategy games. That's
yeah.
I don't like real time. I'm a turn-based guy.
I'm an
So I
RTS guy,
should
but I
like
can
it.
miss. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
should like it, but I'm just not into it.
You should like it. All right. Well, I know for me, what I would like to see out of this Disney Marvel showcase, I would like to see them Disney reach out to Capcom and finally bring the Disney Afternoon Collection to the Switch. And then aside from that, just maybe something with what's that game? Kingdom Hearts.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe something with Kingdom Hearts, maybe or something. But who knows? I
Wow,
mean,
both of those things are wild statements, but okay. I'll tell.
maybe some, or maybe some DLC.
We're
Kingdom
gonna
Hearts?
name Justin Mr. Madness. He just took your
Yeah,
name.
Kingdom Hearts. Wow, you want to see more Kingdom Hearts? Like, what do you want to see? Like, didn't they
I
wrap
need
it up?
Kingdom Hearts.
Didn't they
No,
wrap
it's
it
still
up?
going.
33 and a
Man,
third.
No, it's still
One
going.
half.
No,
Still
I know
going.
it's still going, but
Still
like, didn't they basically wrap it up? Oh yeah, but by the way, buy the DLC to get the full story. Like,
There's
get
like
out of here with that.
50 other Xehanorts.
They just
out
announced
there. We
like
gotta go
Kingdom
find
Hearts
them.
4, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did last
Oh,
year, yeah.
Oh, Cameron, your mic's working. Well, what are your thoughts?
On Disney Marvel,
Yeah, what do you?
I
What do
know
you
you
Yeah,
guys
the
talking
whole
about you want to see Marvel take risks, but I feel like games are super expensive, man, and no one's gonna take a risk when it comes to this. You have that IP,
No, they're not.
you have Marvel, you have Spider-Man. You're gonna go with that.
Play it
'cause it's
safe, get make money back. Yep.
and you make your money. Yeah, no one's gonna
Like
gonna
there are
Straight
tell
up.
plenty
you
of
the
small
risk and
developers
roll
out
the dice.
there that could do something.
But they
with
don't
a
have the
a lesser
IP.
name.
They don't have the IP.
Right.
And they won't be
can't.
able to get it because they can't pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, all you got. We're exactly. We're all right. We all understand. We know. So in other words, our expectations are zero.
Amy Henning also has an unannounced game, so that I mean that's
Yeah,
something
that's
right
true.
there.
That's
So you know, we'll be able to see. I mean, she was on the Uncharted series, and then she also did
She bounced to Google
Star
Stadia
Wars.
for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
then
she did.
and
Star
then she
Wars
was there for like a-
1313 was an unannounced game, or a game that was announced but never got released.
She
So
got canceled. Yeah.
yeah, so we'll see what she brings to the table. I mean, that's going to be their biggest game right there. So hopefully,
I'm looking forward to
maybe-
seeing more Fallen Order 2 stuff because I liked Fallen Order a lot. The first one was rad.
Oh, I hated it. I hated
Oh, that's
it.
cool. I
so
loved
much.
it. I loved it. It was
hated it?
great. I played it
Wow.
on
I did
PC
not
in
like
4K. It was so good. Yeah, it was a
did
good
not
8.5
like it.
out of 10.
I don't like parry heavy games.
It was great.
Oh,
But I thought it was great. It was Metroidvania. It was
I thought it was
third-person action.
Star Souls.
Star Souls. Yeah, I hate
Star
Star Souls. Games. I
Souls?
love that. Star Souls. That's a good one. Star Souls. Oh man.
That's up my alley, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure, definitely. All right. So any final thoughts before we move on to the next topic? With
Yeah, give me Deadpool 2 and we'll be happy. I'll be happy.
Deadpool 2. All right. Maybe I don't know, Howard the Duck. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
Give me a Deadpool in like a roguelike game, like Deadpool plus Hades would be awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Ted. So you feel good, or you gotta take off?
Yeah, I got a dip here, fellas. So
All right.
Um,
It's
right
been
in the
real,
middle of
Ted.
episode
Definitely.
100.
Thank you for helping us celebrate. We'll keep the show
Yes.
moving on.
I don't want to take it more times, but thanks. Good seeing you again, Marky Mark. Good seeing you. Good meeting you, Cam. Same thing with you, Max, and Finest and Too Tall. I will see you guys very, very soon, I'm sure. So
Yes,
keep it real, y'all.
definitely.
Thanks for coming, man.
Thank you for coming.
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate it.
All right, later.
Later. All right. So moving on. We got
I just want to say Super Mario World 2 is the best. Now that Ted's gone.
I'm glad you waited till he's gone. Otherwise, it would have been a 20-minute
Oh
tangent.
yes,
So-
yeah,
I
would
know.
have been. Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, you two actually should do just like a side panel show, we got to get you two in together for a roundtable. I don't know which one, but that would just be some great podcast moments. All right, so looks like any Warhammer fans out there, Warhammer 3 Immortal, it's going to be.
Can I
What's
just
up?
ask, does anybody play Warhammer? Do you guys play Warhammer?
No,
I
our
think
newest
some-
member does.
Our newest member does, and we have some people
Yeah.
watching right now who are interested in Warhammer also.
I've never
Yeah.
met anybody that actually plays Warhammer.
Sugoi Power from our Discord.
All right, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyone
there's
in
so
the
many
audience?
games. I don't even know
Yeah,
where to start.
there's someone in the audience that does.
Oh, the chat's going off right now.
Yeah,
They're like,
well,
oh, we
yeah,
all
we
play it. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't discriminate with any games. That's
No, I don't. I just
Tabletop
don't know
games,
anybody
sports
that I
games.
love Warhammer. I mean,
Here's what
There's one guy.
Here's what I'll say about Warhammer. I will play any of the Warhammer games. I love them. I think the world is cool. Fantasy or like 40K, amazing. I am not in a financial position to purchase minis and paint them. I'm sorry. I'm not. I've never done that, but the rest of
Okay.
it, pretty amazing. Pretty good stuff.
All right, so
Yeah, that is
total.
a big part of it.
Yeah, definitely. So total Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires will release on August 23rd. Let's see. Please note that in order to be given access to the big combined map, which will be released as a free Warhammer 3 DLC, you'll need to own all 3 total Warhammer games on the same storefront. So either Steam or the Epic Game Store. So Warhammer 3 is coming. I'm not gonna lie, I don't play too much Warhammer myself, but I mean, You know, just I mean, I know people out there do, so just wanted to be informative, and with one of our newest panel members, Segoy Power, he plays it. He contributed the story, so I wish I could give more info on that front, but he's not
Yeah,
here
we'll
today.
we'll,
So
we'll leave that to Segoy when he comes
yeah,
back. Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
waiting for the Series X game that got delayed, Dark Tide. It's gonna be day
Yes.
one on Game Pass, so I'll play that when it comes out.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Grace Cert says he can't wait to play the Warhammer 3 Immortal Empire. So, I mean, people out there are excited about it. So, but yeah, it is very expensive to buy miniatures, paint them. It's very
Yeah.
time consuming. It really
Mm.
is. But I mean, like I said though, when we went to the Game On Expo, there is a big tabletop gaming community as well. So, just want to put out there, and Finance and Cameron, they saw it as well. So it's
It's
no
like they
joke, man.
keep wanting to
Take
make
that
that
serious,
leap
man.
from not just tabletop gaming and like
Mhm.
be like this major video game franchise, and they just can't get there. But like
Yeah.
they've been trying for 20 years to get there, but the only people that seem to play the game are the people who already play the tabletop version.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
mean, yeah, true that.
That's
I mean,
just how this is how I see it.
Yeah.
If I can make a suggestion to you, Mark, if you're waiting for Dark Tide, definitely check out Vermintide, because same kind of concept and layout, Left 4 Dead with RPG elements. Only difference is fantasy and rat people.
Okay.
There we go.
But is it on Game Pass? I'm not spending money on it. That's
Well, it could be. I mean, even if you
problem.
were to spend money on it, it's probably like $4 right now.
All right.
yeah, but
all right.
free is good too. You know.
Oh, come on, Mark.
Come on, Mark. You can't have it both ways, man.
Sure you can.
You can't. Come on, man. All right. The game 13 gets a first look at the remastered version of the disastrous original remaster, and from what I saw, it looks pretty straight for the most part. This new version of the game will be available on the on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. And for the first time, Switch also come September 13th. It will run at 60 frames per second. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at the gameplay trailer. Does it look better than the last disastrous remaster that it had
Right.
originally?
I mean, a remaster of a remaster just sounds crazy. And of course, it looks better. The other one was terrible.
Talking
I mean, it shouldn't have come to this point where they had to do a remaster of a remaster, but I mean, we're here now, so
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be like if you already have the game, like you'll get the brand new version as a free update.
Mhm.
So that's cool. Like if you bought it and you were stuck with it, it was like now you're gonna get like a whole redone version. And I loved 13 when it came out back in 2003. I thought it had one of the greatest soundtracks I've ever heard in a game. It's really eclectic and different. But it wasn't this most satisfying FPS game, but it looks great. I'd like to try it, but again, the reviews on the first remaster were so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to. It's a wait and see.
Even if it's on Game Pass.
It won't be on Game Pass, but I'll play. If it was on Game Pass, I'd play it day one, obviously.
Okay. Fine.
But I mean,
Free
like
thoughts.
you're talking about a game that has on Metacritic like a 30. That's bad. That's really bad. Like you got to like try hard to do something that bad these days.
Oh man.
F man,
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
I do. It just reminds me of this one game. It was a cell shaded game, like in your FBI. I'm just trying to remember the name. But anyway, I can't even remember the name of the game that I was going to reference, so it really doesn't
Was it
matter.
Killer
But
7?
no, it wasn't Killer 7. It was I believe it was a PlayStation exclusive. If I remember the name, I'll bring it up later, but I can't remember it. Yep.
You're talking like Fear Effect or something like way back in the day.
Was it Fear Effect? Where you're female? Where you're a female like assassin?
Yeah,
Mm,
they did like a remake of that a couple years ago, and it was also terrible.
yeah, I can't remember. It's okay. I don't think it was Fear Effect, but I'll double check while we move on.
All right. Any other thoughts on this remaster of a remaster from anyone? Cameron, Max?
It sounds weird. But if
Like
they're
the art
giving it
style.
as for free, I'm 100%. I'm 100% behind that because it's a totally different company making it, and they clearly want to have the success so that they can use this license more and make more of them. If it wasn't for free and they were double dipping, I would hate it because you know how I feel about that. But it's a free update to people who've already bought it, so it gets a thumbs up from me.
And you know what? You bring up a good point because that game ends on a cliffhanger. So
Right.
it'd be nice to see it kind of completed.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So another game that's been in the works for who knows how long. Dead Island 2. Looks like Amazon leaked the release date. Uh, so I mean, maybe we'll hear more at Gamescom. Maybe this is one of the games we'll hear for 2023 at Gamescom, along with a bunch of others. But looks like it's slated to be released on February 3rd, 2023. And it's also worth noting that it's different from the placeholder date of December 31st, because most games that are coming out this year usually they'll do the placeholder date, the last day of the year, and then it'll get
That
a
was
real date later.
it's a
So,
GameStop thing. That's
yeah.
absolutely a GameStop
So,
thing.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Mark. So, Dead Island 2. I mean, there's really no like gameplay from what I could see, but I mean,
No, there's just a trailer.
just a trailer. I mean, are y'all looking forward to
Did
this?
we
Is
even
this-
really want a Dead Island 2? Like, I don't remember the first one being that great.
I think the first one had like at least a critical success. I don't remember like the game being like revolutionary by any means, but I'm pretty sure like everyone was like, oh, it's a pretty fun game. It's been a decade. Like
Right.
it's kind of like Skull and Bones. Like I feel like
Yeah, Skull
it's like
and
at this
Bones.
point, like
But
no
I
one
think
wants this.
that's original. It's a game
It's a new IP.
starting something new. Like Dead Island 2, you could have remade it into anything.
Yeah.
Not many people are probably going to remember the first one.
And that's why I wish I was a fly on the wall when this, like, just going through its process and like the development cycle of this and what's taken it so long. Because I mean, they just kept on saying like, "Hey, this game's gonna come out, and here we are today, and we still don't have a release date. But I don't know. Do you guys remember the collector's edition for this game? When they announced it. It was just like a
No.
bust of a woman that was like being like that was
Yes.
all bloody and everything and like being eaten
Yeah.
alive. Oh man, yeah. And
was
then
very
like they got a whole bunch of it was super controversial, and people were just like, "What the heck? Like you can't? No, that's not okay."
I think they're on like their third or fourth development studio making this game too.
Yeah,
Like the
wow.
original guys do Dying Light now, so that's essentially the spiritual successor to Dead Island.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Like who would even need this when you have Dying Light and Dying Light
Yeah,
2?
man.
Like
Do we have enough
Yeah,
zombie
totally.
games? Like really?
Yeah, we really.
Do
Yeah,
we have enough
have
zombie
so many.
games and zombie movies? Like I'm just done with it.
Yeah, I mean, just name it. I mean, we don't need that many. All right.
It's such a boring thing. Of like, who are the bad guys? Zombies. Oh, okay, fine.
Zombies
Whatever.
again. Like,
Again, like back in the NES days when there was always like bats. Like a sewer level. You'd have a sewer level.
oh,
But
I
zombies,
don't think-
they can run faster and they can jump higher now, and
Slow
they're
zombies to
mutated.
me are always better than fast zombies. I'm sorry. That's just a personal preference.
all right.
After seeing the movie 28 Days Later, I don't know if I can completely agree with that, but
But they never actually said they were zombies in that movie.
they did not. They did not.
They did not. That's something to look at. Okay, so another company goes on a buying spree, Embracer Group, and let's take a look at the how many acquisitions that they acquired. They acquired Middle Earth Enterprises. They own their IP rights to the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit. Limited Run Games. They're a collector focused on physical video game publishers like like Shredder's Revenge. We're getting a physical copy of that. That's going to be from those guys. Tuxedo Labs, which is a Swedish studio. Tripwire Interactive, U.S. studio best known for Man Eater, Killing Floor, and Rising Storm. Singtrix, never heard of them, but they create vocal processing effect for karaoke gaming and equipment. Tatsujin, Embracer's first Japanese studio founded by Shoot 'em Up Studio Toplen's co-founder. Bitwave Games, another Swedish studio with a passion for retro games. And Geotech, a gaming accessory brand. and then another company within the PC console gaming that, for commercial reasons, is not disclosed at this time. So looks like they bought quite a bit of stuff here, and
They already own a lot of stuff too.
Yeah,
that
that's the
too.
They own like 120 individual game studios, so that's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, and they just bought all of Square Enix's American studio. Not all of them,
Oh,
but
they
like
did?
quite a
Most
most
of
of them.
them,
Yeah,
Wow.
you know.
Yeah, we talked about
So
that.
Tomb
before,
Raider,
so
that
back,
one. Yes, who owns Tomb Raider now?
Square, pretty
Square.
sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
Still?
Square.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it was. But they own Gearbox, I believe.
yeah. They own.
They own 3D
Gearbox.
Realms, and they own. I can't go through all of these, but they own a lot. But they do own Crystal Dynamics now. Yeah, that was a couple months
Crystal
ago.
Dynamics, that was
And they do have the Tomb Raider IP and the Deus Ex access. So yeah.
Sheesh, dude.
Yeah, they have a lot. So, Max, your thoughts on this acquisitions? Is it good for them? A lot of
Well,
stuff here.
you know what? Well, the first thing I thought of when I saw limited run games and I saw Lord of the Rings and Hobbit was maybe we'll get some limited run old EA Lord of the Rings titles, because those were good. And I
Hopefully.
would absolutely put money down on that for sure. But you know what? I'm okay with it. You know, with Lord of the Rings kind of slowly coming back into the media eye with that new Amazon show, I'm a big fan. I'm happy to see it. I'd like to see some more content. Like the last thing we heard of was that Gollum game. And the last thing I think we got was Shadow of War, the Shadow of Mordor 2 game, I believe. So I'm always happy to see some more Lord of the Rings content. I think it's been a while. I think we can handle it. I think we're ready as long as it's good. So yeah, I'd love to see what happens.
That was interesting. Buying limited run games to me is the most interesting of all the acquisitions that they've made. Period, because they're not a developer. They're just a distributor.
Yeah.
So like that, seeing that one is like, okay, well that out of all the things that they've been buying lately, that's the one that sticks out to me the most. What are they planning to do with limited run games?
Limited run. Hopefully, put out some more physical copies of independent titles. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of what they want with a limited run.
Well, they did put out a quote. So in terms of limited run, they said we see opportunities for limited run to grow their business with the Carbon engine by bringing classic games and extend their footprint geographically through synergies with other companies within the Embracer group.
God, I hate that word so much.
Yeah, look out of that quote, that's all you got out of that synergies.
All I got. It's garbage. It doesn't mean anything. We're gonna synergize this. Doesn't mean anything.
What it means is they're going to take all their studios that are in-house within that within the Embracer group, and limited run is going to concentrate on putting that content out
Why
there.
couldn't they just? Why they could just put limited stuff out for themselves? Why do they need a group? Are they buying it for the contacts? Probably.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing. It's like,
Maybe.
okay, the customer warehouse. I'm sure a lot of people who buy one limited run game, chances are they have more than one.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to release limited stuff, they could just do it themselves. I don't know why you had to buy another company to do that.
Look,
Nothing's
it's the same
stopping
thing
them
with
to
like
do it.
it's like the same thing with Xbox. Like, oh, why doesn't Xbox make good games?
Yeah. Why do we have to buy Activision
like-
to start
it's like
making
they-
good games?
It takes a lot more effort when someone has already built the foundation. So limited runs has the foundation, and they could essentially use their name, their brand, and it's already pre-established. But now
I
they can
get.
take that and really just run with
Xbox
it.
did make good games. They just
Did
they
past
just got-
tense. I love
right.
that.
they
did
they
make
got they got away from it for a long time, and that kind of screwed them. So
And-
they've had
and
to,
they're
they've
still
had to
away
spend
from it.
money to catch up. They've had to spend a shitload of money to catch up to that now.
Exactly
But-
my point. They're buying other studios that already like they have the money. The money's not the problem, but it's buying the foundation, the people that have already built those infrastructures where they can build good games, or those developers that they already know they have like great developers in the house, so you don't have to like spend all this money trying to pull them from other places.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know. I'm just interested to see where they take limited run games in the future. I mean, the whole
First-
name of it is limited run, so
We'll see.
First you get the money, then you get the talent.
maybe they'll
no
change their
longer
name to
limited.
maybe they'll change their
Run
name to
game.
unlimited. Unlimited run, meaning
Unlimited run.
You want a physical copy? Sure, here you go. Pay for it.
unlimited.
Why not? Why not? If you want a
I
physical
suppose.
copy,
Yeah.
why not? If you that would take away the whole used marketplace, really. If a game goes out of print and suddenly becomes hard to get, now you've got limited run games who already knows what they're doing. So you could kind of get rid of these super rare games that have gone out of print because maybe wanted it at first or whatever, and you can just print them up again. Why not? Makes it
Yeah.
a lot easier.
That's a good point.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, maybe that's something they're thinking about.
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking about. Thinking about a lot of weird things here. All right, let me tell you that.
All right. And then the last on the gaming news call outs is the Genesis 2 Mini, and all the games have been announced for it. And pre-orders are live right now. So get your pre-orders in, folks. It is a bit. Do y'all want me to go through the list of games real quick, or?
No,
not
that's
all
too
of them.
many.
All right, too many. Okay, so with the list,
It's 60 games, and it's going to be awesome.
yeah, there's too many games gonna be awesome. I'll tell you.
61, I think.
I mean, the only thing I will say is it would have been nice to see Lunar 2, Snatcher, maybe even Sonic 3 and Knuckles on there as well, or the Hyperstone Heist maybe, but that's coming to the Cowabunga collection later this month, so I can see why that's not on here. But
Right.
I mean, otherwise the
The
games
only negative is that it's only on Amazon, which I know is going to piss a lot of people off.
yeah, it is.
But
So,
Amazon's the only reason why it's here. Otherwise, it wouldn't ever came to the States.
I
Yeah.
know, but you know how people
That-
are. It's like, oh, I got,
Yeah.
they are very
Yeah,
anti.
yeah, I get it. I get it. There are a lot of Amazon lovers and there are a lot of Amazon haters out there. But
Mhm.
I'll tell you the games I'm looking forward to. I'm just gonna go through like 5 games or so. Crusader of Sinti. Also looking forward to Outrunners. That looks like a really fun game. Rystar is, that came late in the Genesis cycle. That was a good one. And let's see. There's another one. There's another one here.
Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter.
Clay Fighter.
I had that for the
Clay
Super
Fighter.
NES. So not looking forward to that one.
Earthworm Jim 2. What's the other one I'm looking?
Midnight Resistance. That was a pretty good game by Data
You
East.
got Streets of Rage. Ranger X, I believe,
Ranger
was
X.
on there, right? Which is a really underrated game. Herzog Zwei, another really good game as well.
Sonic-
and some
oh,
Sega
Sonic
CD
3D
games
Blast.
too.
Sonic the 3D Blast, and then Sonic CD, obviously. Oh, the other CD game, Final Fight. I'm looking forward to that one. Looks like Night Trap and Sewer Shark made the cut, but those were not very good games. And if you really want to play
No.
if you really want to play Night Trap, just get it. Just get it for all the other consoles out there right now. It's available and
It's
it
on
looks
Switch.
better. Yeah, it looks better on the remastered one that that one guy finally did for Night Trap. I don't know
That trap is
FM
hilarious.
yeah, the FMV for the Sega CD that just did not age well. But
No.
hey, I mean, some people did like it, I guess. So, and then, but yeah, they have a lot of good games.
It's a 6-button controller.
6 buttons, yes, 6 buttons, 6 buttons.
Revolutionary,
Yeah,
right there.
6 buttons,
And you can-
revolutionary.
and You can just plug in your Genesis games, right? Like if you have a Genesis.
oh yeah,
Or
no.
no.
Oh, before I forget, Vector Man 2. Oh, say again. What were you saying?
Can't you just plug in your Genesis games, or no? You can't.
I don't think so. I mean,
Kind of
no.
looks like you can. Maybe it's just like a not functional thing.
Yeah.
It's just the way the design looks like it kind of looks like you can. But
No,
probably
it's just I think it's just for show, but no, I know the first one you definitely couldn't, but oh yeah, but Vector Man 2 finest, looking forward to some more Vector Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vector Man
no,
was a
I
great game.
I had no idea that was on here. So
Yeah, Vector Man 2
yeah.
is on here.
I'm not gonna pay. Did they lower the price on this console? I think I saw on an
It's
announcement.
$100.
It's,
yeah,
it's
so
still
they did.
$99. They lowered it, yeah.
Yeah, it
But,
was 125 before. So I actually might pick this up. That
Yeah,
if,
well,
just
it's
for
gonna
that
be like
reason.
125 with the shipping. 'Cause it's coming
Oh,
from
okay,
Japan.
because
you
it's still
buy
from
it,
Japan. Yeah.
it
Yes.
probably will hold its value because they're not planning on releasing a lot of them.
I will say if you do want one, definitely order one. What about you, Cam? You had a Genesis growing up.
I still have a Genesis. I have 2 of them. So I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't get one. I have all the games that I like on Genesis already. And this thing, you said that you can't plug in the games you already have, right?
No.
It's
I
already
don't
loaded.
think
No,
so.
no,
It
no.
just
Yeah,
looks
nah,
like you
nah.
can.
Well, I'm sure
Nah,
someone's gonna hack it, and then you
Yeah, I'm
can
cool with
put,
my
and then you
I'm
can
cool with
put
my
the.
Genesis. I have that game. I got all the Sonics.
I mean, for me, I didn't have a Genesis growing up, so I mean, I'm always nostalgic for all this. I think my brother got one from a friend, but we didn't have very many games for it, and that was after its life cycle was over. But I mean, we didn't have one during the whole 16-bit war. You know, I was on Team
I didn't
Super
know there was a
Nintendo.
war. It's funny. I only knew there was a war because of you. Every time I went to your house, you'd say, "Yeah, we got the Nintendo." You would always talk trash.
Yeah, well, Super NES was
like
better,
that.
man. I mean,
That's
I
funny.
don't care what anyone says. But I mean, I think that it's a fair price. They're giving you 60 games plus some unreleased games, which is always a plus. I mean, getting some
And it'll be
Genesis
hacked.
games.
If
Yeah,
it,
it will
if,
be
it, and
hacked.
if it can run Sega CD games, it's
Yeah.
got to be pretty powerful. So
It's gonna have a lot more room too if it's gonna
yeah,
run some
it's
Sega CD
gonna,
games.
it's gonna have kind of a beastly little system there too.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. I probably won't buy it because I'll probably never play it. But it's a nice thing if you're really into Sega to have.
Yeah, I mean, I like how.
And if you haven't bought, oh no, what were you saying?
I like how Sega likes to make their games readily available, whether you have a Switch or these compilations or stuff like this.
Except for Sonic.
Except for Sonic, yeah.
They'll pull Sonic off so you can buy their crappy Sonic remake for the 700th time.
Yeah. What were you saying, F?
Oh, shit, I've totally forgot.
Oh, no worries. But I mean, there are some good games. Maybe not bangers like the first one, but looks like they didn't have any repeat games. I guess Space Harrier 1 and 2, but I guess that's like a totally different port from what I'm being told. And then, I mean, just I don't think this list is too disappointing. So, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, it would have been
Give it a
nice to
week.
get some 30.
Give it a
Yeah.
month. It'll be hacked. You can put whatever you want on it. It's got a 6-button controller, so you'll be able to play all the games the correct way, the fighting games no less. And I'm sure somebody will put other things on there. I love the Super NES controller, but that 6-button Genesis is a very underrated controller.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know how they came out with that console back in the late 80s, only with a 3-button controller, especially playing those.
Well, I mean, at that time, there was
Fighting
only
it,
two
yeah.
buttons. Two buttons,
Yeah,
three.
my God,
three.
I
We got
get
a
it.
whole extra
Yeah.
button.
Yeah, just playing fighting games had to be a nightmare back then. This was like, yeah, but I mean,
Fighting games
yeah,
weren't really a thing, so,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
at least
unless
on
you're
the
playing
NES,
an
they weren't.
arcade.
Yeah. So, Genesis Mini 2, it ships out, I believe, October 27th or 28th. So I got mine pre-ordered. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. I just couldn't take it anymore after seeing that final trailer, and I had to go in and get in a pre-order. So I'll be getting it very soon. I'll show it off to y'all here on the podcast. So if y'all get one, let me know. It would be great. Okay, so we are done with the gaming news call outs. We're about an hour 45. Y'all want to take a little break? You guys want to keep going?
Now let's finish up the episode.
Let's finish
I'm
it
good.
up. Okay, let's finish it up. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to go into this week's discussion, roundtable, whatever you want to call it. Games in 2022 so far. This is how I wanted to present it. And, just first and foremost, let's just get into just how many delays that we've seen. And, Finance, I know you're keeping up with this. You said the number earlier in this episode. How many delays have we had so far?
I believe it was 43 last time I saw. I could be wrong. It could be a little bit more. It could be a little bit less, but it's definitely around there. Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually at 49 now. So 49 delays for the year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. So Yeah, I just wanted to, just go over that real quick, and just, ask a couple questions. Is it normal to see this many delays in one calendar year? When it comes to delays.
I think for announced games, like it's definitely out of the norm. But I mean, as an industry whole, no. I mean, the games are delayed every day. We just don't know about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last couple years, how we've talked about 1,000 times, aren't the same as previous years. We're in a pandemic. There's shortages and labor issues everywhere. So this is a very very real thing that everyone's experiencing, and people are working from home. So all very good reasons why we are not getting games as quickly as possible. And then there was the whole cyberpunk thing that we spoke to earlier, and no one wants to be that next cyberpunk, even though Battlefield kind of already was. So.
Yeah.
I feel like there was at one point a time when there was a decent amount of delays. I want to say early in the PlayStation 3 life cycle that there were some delays because of the programming of the PlayStation 3 was really hard. I remember working at GameStop, and I think there was, but I can't. It's 15 years, so if things were delayed, it wasn't by much. But it wasn't this much, but like I know there was a time where it might have been only delayed like a week or two. So the game was like almost done, but they just needed that little bit of extra time. But nowadays you see these delays. Like these games have been announced for years. They're in development cycles for years. So they start the hype train early. And now with these delays, like, yeah, sure. How many of these delays in 2022 have been delays from 2021? I don't necessarily think I would count those as a 2022 delay. How many of those? Where are we on that? Like
those are a whole different numbers. I would have to go through and break it down for you. But
right, if it was already delayed in 2021, like chances are it was going to get delayed again because the pandemic and things like that. And I feel like they want to focus on Series X and PS5. But they can't because the system sales are not where they want it to be. So they still have to make the older version, but you're not going to release the older version for after the fact that it comes out for the other systems. That you wouldn't do that. It doesn't make a ton of sense. You do it the other way around. But some of these newer games, I feel like they need the new hardware. They're designed from the top down for, and then kind of try to make work on an Xbox One, which you have to make it work on a system from 2013. Some people are still running their systems out there. It's hard to do, and they just can't. They just need more time to make it work. They should just cancel those games, to be honest. But I think they're afraid of losing sales.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. What are your thoughts, Max, on just the delays so far? Is this normal for you, or have you ever seen this many delays?
To be honest with you, like, all of this to me kind of just centers totally around COVID, and maybe not entirely. I could be wrong, but to me, just kind of reading through this, we're seeing a lot of we had our high kind of during the peak of COVID. Everyone was playing games. Lots of stuff was coming out that was like, we previously said in the episode was already in development, and things were skyrocketing. They really were. And I think one of the biggest reasons potentially for a lot of these delays is developer crunch that we don't really see. Just trying to keep that like wave going, and eventually waves crash, right? So in my opinion, I feel like that's kind of what we're seeing, is that there was a lot of great ideas. There was a lot of excitement during the time of the pandemic when gaming was really, really high. And now that things are slowly kind of becoming normal around the world, we're seeing that crash. We're seeing the wave hit the beach, and people bit off more than they can chew potentially. But that's just my opinion.
Right. I mean, like COVID, obviously, not just because people are working at home, but like people have got COVID. They got sick. They can't work like they used to. There could be so many different reasons out there. look what's happening in the Ukraine. There's a lot of video game developers in the Ukraine that can't really develop because, well, things are happening out there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of reasons. I don't think it's a down year in gaming. I think it's a weird transitional year that should have happened last year, but it's happening now. It should have happened last year.
All right, we're gonna get to that, Mark. So yeah, don't get too ahead. But Cameron, any thoughts on just the delays? Is it normal to you?
Yeah,
Have
I
you
would-
seen that many?
I would say it's definitely not normal, but I definitely, like you were saying, it's like probably COVID or whatever the reasons that the delays are coming forward. But I definitely, a lot of these games I was looking forward to, man, like Chernobyl and Forspoken. A lot of these games I was definitely looking forward to. But definitely, I would say that it's normal. I mean, not normal, but it's expected after COVID and everything we've been through. So unfortunate.
All right. What's been the?
But I would say, going into segue, I would say that it is a down year in gaming because of that, though. But go ahead.
Right, but nothing to panic over.
Nothing like that. But what game delay has been disappointing to you guys so far, though? Like in terms of games that have been delayed, I know there's been a lot. So start with you, Finance. Any game you have a Series X? Disappointed about Redfall or?
Yeah, not Redfall in particular, but I mean,
Starfield,
you know, Starfield was the game. It was the game that I was like, okay, like I bought this Series X. You know, what am I gonna play on it? And looking at the calendar, you know, I played Halo, I played Forza, and I was like really looking forward to Starfield next. I was like, yes, I'm gonna be able to play this game. And yeah, it's not coming anytime soon. So relatively soon, but not as soon as I would like. So yeah, I mean that in itself kind of, you know, already, you know, puts a damper on things for me. Other games that I was looking forward to was the Harry Potter game.
Hogwarts,
I was just
agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, that was one of the bigger games for this year. You know, it was still a question mark for me at one point, but then when I saw the last gameplay trailer of them just going through the classes and learning the spells and you know, just building your character, it was just so in depth. And it seems like they really spent a lot of time and effort building that world, and it seemed like there was a lot of love crafted in that world, along with also playing Quidditch. Is that's the broom game, right? Yeah. So just being able to play that game like in a game, I think is absolutely incredible, because I know the previous Quidditch games, like they put in the past games, well, they had dedicated Quidditch games, like, you know, so those were horrible.
No, they were great.
Max.
Those EA Quidditch games were amazing, man.
No.
Quidditch World Cup game. I don't think I ever played it. I wasn't really into Harry Potter back then.
Oh man,
yeah, I mean,
that was the era. That was the era of Harry Potter games that was just amazing. Like 1, 2, 3, and then Quidditch, and then after that, it was like all movie license stuff. So,
like, that was Lego Harry Potter games.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Lego games are great.
Yeah, they are. I think for me, definitely, I think the two biggest delays besides the two games on Xbox Series X and S, probably be Forspoken and Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, but we know why that was delayed. And
that game's done. That game is done. It's ready to go.
Yeah, that game is done. Yeah, we know why, but yeah, Forspoken, because this is the second time it got delayed in the 2023.
It's just sitting in the fridge.
Yeah, so Forspoken, I think that was a big, delay for me. I mean, I'm not necessarily looking forward to it all that much that it'd be a day one pickup for me, but the fact to see it be delayed twice within the same calendar year, that's a little like...
Yeah, that was strange.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. Like, it was supposed to come out like February, then it got delayed to October, and then it's got delayed to February again, so that's kind of like a red flag to me. Like, all right, how far is the development cycle really in this game? But, I mean, it is what it is. Mark, any games this year that you're looking forward to that got delayed?
Well, you mentioned two of them. Obviously, Advance Wars, bummed out about that.
Yeah.
And then you also mentioned, what was the other one that you said? I was like, yeah, that's the one. Hogwarts Legacy, right?
Oh, yeah.
But the big one for me is Suicide Squad. I am a huge Rocksteady fan. They are probably one of the game developers out there where I will pretty much buy or play like day one where they release. because they've done nothing but quality, and I'm a big Suicide Squad fan. So that getting delayed to spring is kind of a bummer, but I get it. It's a big game. You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
I'm not too bummed out about it. I've got plenty of other things to play. There's always something else to play. You know, who would
Yeah.
have thought Power Wash Simulator was going to come out and suck up 30 hours of my life, you know?
Well, you love simulator games, so
Not really. I think most of them are jokey. I'll play them, but like they're just ridiculous. But some people are really into them. I like the idea of a simulator game,
mhm.
but like the execution on most of them is either it's too much like a simulator, or it's not enough like a simulator. There's very few that find that right balance for a casual player that wants to just play a little bit of it and enjoy it like Power Wash Simulator does. Lawn Mowing Simulator didn't do it for me.
Yep.
Goat Simulator is not a simulator game, okay? Let's be real.
You get to simulate being a goat that's on acid and traveling
It's
through
funny.
the world.
funny.
Very poorly programmed goat.
Yeah, but just what to say what Mark was saying. Like, I mean, there's plenty of games to play. Like, I like it. The question I posed in the Discord earlier this week or last week, whatever, just about like, who, like I don't even know the question exactly. It was like, what is everyone playing in terms of indie games, or are you playing more indie games because of the AAA releases aren't necessarily there? Because I find myself this year playing just so many more indie games that I would have never expected, and then that I've purchased and that I'm really enjoying. And that's not even just due to Game Pass. You know, before it was like very much a Game Pass thing where I was like, oh yeah, I'll play this random game just because it's here. But I find myself this year just being more experimental and being like really just looking towards those indie games to really fill out my catalog for this year, and I'm enjoying them more than I do a lot of AAA games.
I love a good indie game. Most of the indie games I enjoy are like Metroidvania style, Shovel Knight, things like that. Those are my jams. But there really hasn't anything been great this year in terms of that. But again, I understand that COVID has probably delayed a lot of things.
Yeah. Max, any games you were looking forward to that's been delayed?
I'm always looking forward to games, but after Cyberpunk, I've never been sad for another delay ever.
Okay.
After Cyberpunk, no way, because like you guys have said it twice already. I think I've said it in the past too. At some point, we've all said it, but we're not in a gaming drought. There's always something to play. There's always something to play. And you know what? I can look forward to something coming a little bit later on down the road. I will. Absolutely. Does it suck? I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to, I don't lose sleep over it. It doesn't ruin my day or anything like that. And yeah, there's always lots to do. Yeah, I'm still good, man.
I'm surprised no one said Breath of the Wild too. So that shows how many Nintendo fans we have here in this podcast.
I didn't care for the first one. It didn't grab me. It didn't grab my attention. It doesn't feel like a Zelda game to me in the ways that like all the other ones do. It just felt like Zelda inserted to Skyrim.
Zelda's always been, one to reinvent itself, like every Zelda game.
I know,
like some of those have been.
But like even the
it's
ones
always been that formula, that
Zelda,
basic formula of the 3 dungeons.
Like
then there's the twist. Then there's like 5 or 6 more dungeons after that, and then that's the game.
I mean,
that's
kind of
like every
Link to the
Zelda's
Past,
formula.
but I mean, it was.
Yeah, it's every Zelda. Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword. But I haven't completed Breath of the Wild yet, and I do want to play it all the way through, but I just haven't. And after I beat it, then I'll be excited for Breath of the Wild 2. Maybe.
I mean, Nintendo didn't really officially announce it for 2022, did they?
I don't think maybe a year ago they did.
What's on this list? Yeah.
It's on that list.
Says all.
Yeah, it's on that list.
No, they did actually say it. Okay, so I'll give them that. But Nintendo, like delays with Nintendo are 100% commonplace, and they don't give a shit. You'll buy it whenever it comes out.
They know it too.
What are you gonna do? Not buy our game?
Right. You're gonna not buy Breath of the Wild 2. You've only been waiting 6 years for it.
Yeah.
You'll wait another 6 if you like it.
You're lucky you're getting 2 Zeldas on one console. Peasants.
Yeah.
I will
Deal
say
with
I
it.
did play. I will say I did play Immortals: Phoenix Rising, and I had a great time with that. And I'm pretty sure that's a Breath of the Wild clone.
Oh yeah,
It's
it
coming out
absolutely.
on
Yeah.
Game Pass. And I'm going to try it
Yeah.
out when it comes out on Game Pass.
Yeah, for sure,
I'd
definitely.
have that.
All right. Any predictions on games that we think will be delayed besides Sonic Frontiers?
Oh damn it!
Gotham Knights. I could see
Yeah,
Gotham
okay,
Knights.
okay. I mean, it's getting closer. I mean, about 2 months away. If Gotham Knights does go into next year, I mean, that would be a big bummer for a lot of people.
I
They
could
have
see it
been-
getting like a 1 month delay. I don't think till 2023. I think they'll release it with bugs. I think they need to release it.
Mhm.
Finance, you got anything?
No, I for the rest of this year, can't really imagine many other games being delayed. I think we've kind of hit our peak. Maybe there might be one or two more. Nothing that I care about that.
Bayonetta
Yeah.
3.
No, that's coming out. That's for sure coming out. They
Are you-
like literally
you
like
sure?
yeah, that
Sure?
game. I feel like that game was already ready to go. Like I feel like that game in particular was already ready to go. Platinum Games was just kind of sitting on it, like waiting for like it to line up with Nintendo's calendar, and they've just been tightening up since then. I don't think they would have showed a trailer because the audience, if you looked at like their Twitter account and everything, the audience has just been clamoring for that game. Where's the update? What's going on with
Yeah.
Bayonetta? And they're just like, hey, hold off. We'll announce it when we're ready. So
I don't think that's getting
they
delayed.
would. I don't
that
think
would
that's getting
be
delayed.
that's not Nintendo style. No, that game is ready to go. I mean, yeah, that's not getting delayed.
I could
Alright.
see the AEW game getting delayed.
Yeah, that can use some work.
I could see Skull and Bones getting delayed. Although at this point, I think
that
they
wouldn't be
just
a good idea, but I mean,
Right.
yeah.
I think they just need to release it and see what happens.
Yeah.
I could see those 2 games getting delayed. After that, God of War.
No, it's not happening.
Maybe.
No, that's not happening.
No.
That's not
I mean-
that's not Sony's style. No, that game ready to go.
Once again,
They-
same thing happened. Like everyone was like, I mean, they were sending death threats to Sony
Yeah.
Santa Monica.
Yeah,
And they're just
Everybody
like,
gets
we'll let
death
you know
threats.
when we're.
it'd be
Yeah,
awful
and-
someone's head. It would be awful someone's head if
usually-
they delayed that game.
Usually not for a game that like once again doesn't have a release date. Like oftentimes it's for a game like that's already there that has a release date or that they're saying nothing about. I guess I don't know in some instances. But yeah, I don't think they would have said anything unless they were able to commit to it. And as we saw, there was the original release date, which was on that Friday. The what was it? The 11/20. What is it?
Oh yeah, 11 November.
11/11/22.
Yeah, 11/11.
That Friday. And then that was the original release date, and then they changed it to the 9th. So they actually moved
Yeah.
up the release date if you really look at it. So I don't think they would have done that. unless
They
can-
wanted. They should have just went with your original prediction, Finance, and stuck it to Microsoft. With the
Yeah.
Starfield delay. I mean that would have been like
Yeah.
because the 9th. Yeah, no AAA releases don't really come out on Wednesday. All right, moving on here.
Whoa,
Let's
AAA games used to come out on Tuesday.
Tuesdays
what the
and
hell-
Fridays. Tuesdays
know
and
what the hell
Fridays, but not
happened.
Wednesdays. Not Wednesdays.
Not Wednesdays, but it used
Yeah.
to be when I worked at GameStop. It was almost
Always
100% Tuesday. And then Nintendo's like, you know what? We're going to Nintendo this up. It's going to be Friday now. That way we own the whole weekend, and everybody will be talking about it. And everybody's like,
And
yeah,
everyone
Friday
follows.
sounds great. Like, no, that's terrible. A Friday release is terrible.
Yeah, well,
For
definitely.
if I worked at GameStop, it would be terrible because the whole point of having it on that Tuesday, and this is for this is just aging me. But if you sold the game and it was a hit, and you didn't know it was a hit, you had a chance to restock for the weekend. But a game on a Friday, you're not going to have that chance to get the restock until at least Monday or Tuesday. So for a GameStop, it sucks. For any physical video game retailer, a release on a Friday sucks.
Makes
You,
sense.
you can't restock.
A lot
You
of
Yeah.
can't move stuff around. So I know for sure, and there's tons of games, lots of games that would come out of nowhere and sell like crazy that you wouldn't even think. And again, Pre-orders, yeah, is a good thing. It's a bad thing. Well, if you really want it and you're going to buy it, pre-order it from GameStop if you want the physical copy. I don't hate the show for GameStop, but just in general, because they've been getting less and less physical copies these days because people
Yeah.
aren't buying them.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that's
yeah,
just
if you are
my 2-minute
yeah.
rant there.
Yeah, if you are going to buy a physical game, definitely make sure you pre-order it day one if you how soon you want to play that game, because all these retailers, Best Buy, Target, Walmart, and especially GameStop.
I see and I hear all the time that GameStop gets short. GameStop was shorting stores on Madden. Like they
Yeah.
didn't get enough to cover their Madden pre-orders. Like what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So I mean,
Pre-order.
that
Pre-order a
definitely-
physical copy. Don't pre-order. If you pre-order a digital copy, anything more than like a day before, you're just silly. It's just silly.
And what they do now, and you have to be part of their membership programs in order to guarantee or get a pre-order for a lot of these,
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
have such limited copies. So
Yeah.
it's rough out there in the physical world.
It is rough, but I mean, that's why we play games, to get those physical copies that we just love to play. All right, let's see. So, moving on to the next question. Has 2022 been a down year for gaming for you guys? I mean, I know some of you guys have kind of already answered the question. I'll just give my take. I don't think it's been. Maybe it's been a down year in terms of like delays and games people want to see, but like you all have been saying the whole episode, there's plenty to play out there. There is. Maybe not the game that you want to play, but I mean there are plenty of games out there for anyone to play, and just gotta do a little bit of digging, and just
Go play the
looking around.
games that you missed. There's
Yeah.
got to be games from 2020 and 2021 that you missed
I
playing.
mean, yeah, there's
Absolutely.
that, and then there's backlog. I mean, the older we get, the more the backlog increases. So definitely, look to complete your backlog as well. But I don't think it's a down year for gaming at all. I mean, there's plenty good to play out there. Elden Ring's a great game. Shredder's Revenge, great indie game. God of War coming later this year, and Saints Row's coming next week, which we'll be getting into shortly. But I think there are a lot of games out there for everybody. What are your thoughts, Max?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's a down year. Like, kind of just reiterating what I said earlier, I think it's the come down year. It's the come down from the highs that we had during COVID. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot out there that we can play. Like, I was just thinking to myself, like, Finest, you did like 3 months of episodes where you were playing Horizon, man. Like,
Yeah.
like, some of these games are like, Elden Ring, Horizon, they got like hours upon hours upon hours of content, and like there's no rush. And we have lots going on out there. Yeah, go play a 2020 game, go play a 2021 game. Chances are, if you were in that time frame where everything was like at its peak, you haven't finished everything that has already come out. I haven't. I'm still playing a ton of backlog stuff. I'm still playing stuff that's like pre-COVID, and like, yeah, I don't know. That's just my take on it. But I think it's, just a come down year. I think we're just
Anyone else want to
baseline.
chime in?
I think you're always gonna have a backlog though, and even if all those games did come out this year, you're always gonna have a backlog. There's always games you can play. There's always stuff to play, and I think it is a bad year for gaming because just the games that were supposed to come didn't come. And I get it, yes, you can go back, you can play your old games and stuff, but I mean, I just think that if we had those new games, the games that we were expecting, then this would have been a really good game, a really good year for gaming. Maybe it's just not as good as. Maybe it's not as good as it was supposed to be. What'd you say?
I said you make it sound like we're giving up.
No. I'm not giving up. We're not giving up. I just think that
Cameron, you muted. Oh,
All right.
I think
Well,
I think his AirPods died. Oh no.
yeah, AirPods are dead. So
Oh,
while
he's-
he figures that out, I'll go ahead and jump in. And I mean, like when you ask this question, Justin, I mean, it just really depends on who you talk to. Like we have some people saying yes here, some people that saying no. I mean, in terms of like games and just like the industry, like there's so many great games that have come out this year already. There's so many good games that that are continuously coming out and that have already come out. Yeah, we've had 49 games delayed this year. If 49 of all those 49 games came out, yeah, it would have been an amazing year in gaming, but what most people really would not have even known, because most people would have not gotten to the games that have already come out and to the other 49 games that were going to come out. I mean, and that's the issue. There's so much to play. Like if Redfall was out right now, no one, I mean, not as many people would be playing like Cult of the Lamb. You know, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn came out. Elden Ring was out of the like left wing, but like now that all that's out of the way, it gives people really a lot of room to breathe. But I mean, you know, Sony, they've come out with what, four huge games this year. I mean, we've had Sifu, we've had Horizon, you know, I don't know, we've had Gran Turismo, and there's one more that I'm forgetting offhand. Forspoken was going to be a Sony exclusive. You know, yeah, Elden Ring did bangers for Sony, but you know, yeah, it's a third party game. But yeah, there's that. Microsoft, I would say, probably had a kind of a down year in gaming. I mean, they came out with, I don't think, any first party titles. They had third parties come out that were exclusive to their platform, which is great. None of them were huge games. A lot of them were like, you know, AA or you know, indie games. But some of those were bangers in people's eyes. You know, a lot of people love Tunic. You know, I know Shredder's Revenge came to Game Pass. That was big for us. We love Shredder's Revenge, and that game was absolutely amazing. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, Game Pass still, like we mentioned earlier, like is around 30 million people are subscribed to Game Pass. So can't be any happier than that. And then we have Nintendo. Nintendo has come out with the Kirby game, and then they came out with what else did Nintendo? Oh, the Mario Strikers, which is great for this year. We also got the Steam Deck and the Aya Neo 2, and I mean, in terms of gaming, there's still so much.
Analog Pocket. Don't forget.
And the Analog Pocket. I will never forget that gem. But you know, I think this has been a great year for gaming. It's just, you know, when you have an expectation and you're disappointed, it definitely takes away from your overall year, like in what you're expecting. But I don't think it would be considered a down year for gaming. I mean, if you look at just like the overall expanse of the year and what it's going to be.
Okay, game for gaming could have been better. I like working. That's all I'm saying. Could have been better.
Ooh, what's that? I don't know what happened there.
Can you hear me?
You sound very cybernetic.
Yeah, you sound like Megatron. I'm just. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Is it still real body?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Come on, Cam, Transformer.
Oh boy.
Okay, I love you, Cam, but I gotta mute you, man. But man, woo, man, our chat's ragging on you right now. For good reason.
Yeah.
Good luck editing that later.
Yeah, I will have to go through that and do some editing there. Okay, moving on. Let's see. Any Game of the Year awards or game award predictions so far? I know it's a little early, but usually we don't start doing
Elden Ring and God of War. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really what it's going to be. If something comes out that
War.
those are going to be the top two on everybody's list. It's going to be in everybody's top 5. I can almost guarantee it. And then everybody's going to have like a mixture of other games for the other 3.
Mm.
All right. Yeah. So,
depending on if you like Nintendo, what's going to be Bayonetta, or you know, if it comes something out there. If you like Xbox, it's going to be something else. You know, it's going to be those two though are the big consensus games.
Yeah, Sony, maybe Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, what would you say, Finest? Was that a Game of the Year candidate in your eyes?
You know what? I'm still trying to plow through Elden Ring. So, you know, I mean, in my eyes, it is. I think they did everything better, like in that game. You know, in regards to Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one, but in the same respect, like Elden Ring definitely did something magical, maybe something different. Horizon improved upon everything. There wasn't a lot of, new elements that really captured the new people. And until you really got to the end of the game, and then there was a spoiler alert right here, but you can fly at the end of the game because you can get like this giant sunwing or pterodactyl type creature. So I think that's like the biggest thing that they did differently. But that being said, I think improving everything from one game to another is absolutely incredible. And yeah, I think it should be a contender. I don't necessarily think it should win, but we'll see. I still have to play through Elden Ring, so I may be able to give you my opinion in next year.
Yeah, I know for me, I mean, it probably won't win, but Shredder's Revenge, I think, should be a candidate. Hopefully nominated, and hopefully it wins Indie Game of the Year, and hopefully Best Music Soundtrack, because that soundtrack is killer. Yeah, that definitely. Yeah, so I mean, I would like to see that game get some love, and you always want to see some of the lower indie games get nominated for Game of the Year. I know those guys that Dotemu, they did a very good job on the game, and I'll just say it right here, it's one of the best beat 'em ups I've ever played, and it is the best Turtles game I've ever played, after playing it several times again. So yeah, just gotta go with how I feel, and that's how I feel.
Yep. So I mean, do you guys have any? I know, like, I like in terms of AAAs, I think like it's kind of almost decided. Do you guys have anything like you guys think for like best sound or best music or best indie game or that you guys think of?
I haven't played enough to really get out there and see it. Well,
MLB The Show, that could be
Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is probably going to get some love.
I hope so.
In all those categories, probably. You never know about these games until they get released. Like, sure, they look nice, but it's just hard to tell with a lot of these indie games because they don't really give a lot of it away. The hype isn't always there until a game comes out and it kind of grabs everybody's attention.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll wait and see.
Yeah, like Hades was a dark horse when it first came out because it was only on the Switch. Yeah.
Hades, yeah, I'm sure that'll get some love too. What about you, Max? Anything you'd like to see get some love, or not just Game of the Year, but just any other categories?
Like just in general, like honestly, for asymmetrical games, maybe asymmetrical Game of the Year. I don't know. I'd love to see Evil Dead get some love. I really had a lot of fun with that. If anybody out there is a huge fan of the Evil Dead franchise, this is a really fun take on that like Dead by Daylight style of game where you have like one enemy and you're in a map and the four of you have to complete certain objectives to survive. It's great. There's awesome combat in it. There's tons of characters and lots of progression. And I think that out of all of the asymmetrical games, when you play as like the slasher or the villain or whatever, you're playing as the world in this one, kind of like in like D&D when the dungeon master is the person who like throws out all the enemies and stuff like that. You're actually doing that, and you can take control of individual ones to kind of hop in and like do some extra damage. But I thought that was really, really cool. I loved that. You're setting up the board for everybody to play, and I think that's something that I don't know really makes it stand out as a.
It's going to have to compete with Ghostbusters though for that of the year's asymmetrical.
Yeah,
because that's the same kind of game, just with Ghostbusters.
Yeah, is it? Okay. Interesting.
Okay, Cameron, is your sound better now?
Can you guys hear me now? Yeah. I just think, I'm not going to have an opinion on a game. Do you guys think that God of War should really get Game of the Year because it released on a different platform? It already got it back in 2018, right?
Well, it's God of War. It's a sequel. The sequel's coming out.
You mean the sequel? Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say about the original God of War. I was like, what?
Okay. We just call it God of War, but we're talking about Ragnarok.
So we already think it's going to be Game of the War, even though it's not a Game of the Year, even though it's not out yet.
Okay. I mean, if we've played the first one, they're not going to change that much from it. The story's going to continue. They know what they're doing.
If that's the case, then I'd probably give it to Elden Ring. I mean, I haven't played God of War yet. So.
No one has.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I mean, Ragnarok, not Ragnarok.
Call it Game of the Year. But yeah, I don't have an opinion on any of them. I usually just think about talking about the first one. I was like, what? But okay.
All right. Any more things on 2022 so far in gaming? Nope. Okay, so let's reflect on 100 episodes. So I told Finance a while back, about a little over 4 years ago now, that wanted to do some content creating, and I've told them this before, and I told this to Max on his podcast. Finance is one of the most outgoing dudes I know. I mean, I know wherever we go, he can be the life of the party. Definitely, always thought he'd be definitely good when it came to the whole content creating thing. So I was thinking, like, I've always been listening to podcasts for a while, wanted to get my foot in the door, and I approached him with we should start a podcast. So I think he was a little hesitant at first, but I mean, after we did our research and we did episode 1. If you guys go back and listen to episode 1,
it's only on audio.
It's only on audio, so you can't see our faces. But I think we've gotten a lot better since episode 1. So definitely one of my favorite moments on the show definitely had to be shouting you out when you had your first baby. When shout out to Angie and Angela and Ramon, who covered you that week when you had your first baby. I mean, that was one of the first highlights for me, because I think that was the first episode I did without you, if I'm not mistaken. And then the debate between you and Cameron, I don't know what episode number that was. I got to go back and listen to that episode, but I even forgot what the debate was.
Stadia, I remember it. It was about streaming video games. Yeah,
it was a funny debate. So definitely that's that's another one of my favorite memories, and just another memory, just bringing it back, just going video. So just Finest, from the bottom of my heart, video games go more than just all these things. You're my dog, you're my best friend. Thank you for doing this with me, man. So I got some more thank yous later on, but just want to reflect on any moments.
Golf clap.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get all sappy. I'm not gonna have the people listen to this because they came here for games. But I would say, yeah. I'm just gonna say, just from the very beginning, yeah, man, just thank you for pitching the idea and just bringing it to the table. I'm so happy that I get to talk games with you on a weekly basis, and it's kept me sane through COVID and even before COVID, when I moved out, just didn't have any friends in Arizona, so it was like something like I can reconnect with a friend from home and still do my thing in a new state, and just be okay. So thank you for that. But even more so, just thank you to everyone listening. We had a ton of people come in today. This is not the end of the episode. We're almost there, I promise. But I'll move back to LA eventually. But yeah, it's coming soon enough. But I just want to say thank you to Cam with his busted headphones, to Max, to Matt, to Mark, to Ted, to
Celine,
Celine. There's too many people to name. Logan. I mean, I can keep on going. I forget Monkey Madness's name, but I see he just joined our Discord again.
Inward Games, him,
yeah. So
he joined the Discord again. Hopefully we can get him back on some future episodes. I'd reach out to him asking, but he came through the chat. So hopefully he can get into some more episodes.
I'm just so grateful to that. Everyone would take the time to join our little podcast, to watch our little podcast, and just share your opinions and have fun with us. So thank you to everyone.
Max, I know you've been on a few episodes. Any memorable memories from us, or just any episode you've listened to us from the past that you want to share?
I have prepped for this one. This was a great memory.
Okay.
It was my very first episode with you guys. I was a nervous wreck.
Huh?
was
Why were you nervous?
because, you know what? The whole time, so on my podcast, like I'm not as frequent with my content. Love making it, always will, but I write scripts. I don't often talk to people. It was kind of like I was starting to branch out and like meet other people. I met Matt Bliss, lovely, wonderful human being who introduced me to you guys, and you guys had a show. You had like, well, you obviously have a show, but you guys had like video going on. You seemed so professional. I was listening to you guys like a ton prior, so I built it up in my head quite a bit, and I wanted to do well. You know, I wanted to be asked back, and I remember that very first episode. Finest asked me about Max, is there like any like gaming conventions in Canada?
Oh yeah.
Autumn, who's in the chat right now.
Yeah, she told you.
She totally threw it in my face. I was so confidently incorrect, and I knew I was. But they pointed that out to me. Autumn pointed that out to me, like several that I wasn't even really aware of. So I was like, all right, cool. It can only go up from here. But luckily that didn't stop you guys from asking me back, and ever since then,
not at all.
Super appreciative.
We did think about almost kicking you after that. You know, just joking. That's totally messing.
No.
But yeah, that was hilarious.
It was
hilarious.
funny, and then hopefully you've gone to some gaming conventions since then, or plan on going to some.
I went to AnimeThon like 2 weeks ago. It was some games there.
Same
bought a
niche,
Gundam.
you know, yeah, definitely.
There you go. Yeah.
So same niche, definitely. You know, anime. You know, I mean, the one we went to Game On, that also had like a lot of anime there too. So, I mean, definitely. So yeah, and then Cam, I think he disappeared again. But yeah, just what to expect for the future of the show. I mean, we plan on doing more content for you guys weekly. I mean, we want to do some more streaming. I mean, we want to stream some more games for you guys. I mean, I figured out how to do it on the cheap. You know, just get one of those $20 capture cards, and you know, you could do the whole, you know, just get a splitter. I mean, that's a cheap way to do it. But I do want to do some more streaming for you guys throughout the week, and I think Finance will too. And anyone else out there that wants to stream for us, hey, you know, just let us know. So I mean, that's one of the things that you guys can expect for the future. Is just more streaming, more games, more fun, definitely. And then, you know, and then in terms of side projects, I mean, the OVGT, you know, the OVG trailers. You still doing that, Finance? What's going on with that?
I am gonna do it. So in terms of OVGT trailers, kind of like Max said, he was doing scripts, he was doing it by himself, and has been, and you know, like for me, like I loving like the engagement. I love the banter back and forth. I love hearing like people's opinions about things, and then you know, just counter arguing or giving a different view. So that is going to come back as a two-person cast. I guess it's not really a podcast. It's only on YouTube. But yeah. So OVGT trailers, if you don't know, is where we just look at trailers. We look at, you know, whatever 3-minute, 5-minute, 6-minute, whatever trailers, and we just really give our impressions, what we think the game is going to be, what we think the game is going to do over its prequel, if it had one. You know, we look at the different elements within it and talk about the developers and maybe some previous projects that they've done. But I'm looking for people that want to just talk about games, like just talk about different games. We looked over. We only did 2 OVGT trailers, but we just did indie games. I know Justin and I did one, but I actually was lazy and I didn't release it. I apologize, Justin.
It's fine. Maybe you could release it at some point. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was pretty good too. I mean,
yeah, it was about Shredder's Revenge. So maybe I'll just release it for the hell of it.
Yeah, it's kind of old now, but it is what it is.
Someone in the chat said that Avatar. That's funny. Hey, Mr. Popo.
And then, what else? Episode?
And that's it. So, everyone in our Discord that wants to join onto that and really just do that with me. Just think about if you're a news reporter and you were just like the news report is the trailer. That's essentially the concept. That's the pitch. Or you're like a sports reporter, maybe a little bit more fun. But yeah, hopefully I'm not hopefully I am going to get that going again. And yeah, I look forward to it actually really a lot. So
hey man, I'll pop into that with you if you like.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I mean,
let's
definitely.
yeah.
All right. So, and then Cameron, any episode memories that you want to reflect on or anything like
Of course,
that? I know,
well, you brought it up. The argument, not the argument, the debate that me and Finest had. You know, it's so funny because when we went to Game On Expo, they had that same, not the same exact debate, but a very similar one between physical and digital. And y'all was all getting on me about, you know, because I'm Mr. Digital Man. That's just funny. Yeah, that debate we had was pretty funny. And you know, I still feel the same way. And I think Xbox Game Pass has kind of proven that you can stream games, that you can, you know, just pay a monthly fee.
Yeah, and you're still wrong to this day. All these years later, you're still wrong. Of course, you can stream games. Yes, it's possible. It's possible, but at the same time, you know, you're not gonna hit 100 million people right now where everyone can stream games. Yeah, you'll hit like 25 million. You may hit 50 million. But, you know, it's not going to be a worldwide thing anytime soon, like we said all those years ago.
That's
and it's, you know, it's still.
The argument I was making, I was like, there's a Netflix for movies, there's Spotify for music. Why can't you do the same thing with games? And I think you're right; they won't be worldwide.
Well, the thing is, the thing with the games, Cam, is just the internet. And I think JPR Original said this. Like, why can't everyone just, you know, everyone needs to go digital? There's internet in parts of the country, at least the U.S., and maybe the same thing in Canada too, is not the greatest in some parts. So it's like they have to go get, you know, physical copies of games, even, you know, if they don't want to, you know. I mean, it sucks.
I mean, just looking at this podcast, like if you look at the videos that I was playing like earlier today, like, you know, this isn't a heavy load, and I have great internet. You know, I'm running 300 megs per second, you know, like nothing crazy. Or I'm sorry, kilobytes per second. But, you know, it's just spotty because like they don't even give you what they say they're going to give you, you know,
no, they don't,
you know, and games are bigger, just bigger pieces of media.
They're only getting bigger. They're only getting bigger.
That takes like
a lot more. Yeah. So it's ridiculous, but.
Might as well have the Dumbo Crows. That's funny.
Stop reading the chat.
I think it's funny. That's kind of the reason why I have it, though, man.
All right.
I understand. I get the racial implications behind it. It's a joke. But go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna get over to the chat in a minute. We actually do have a giveaway for you guys. I forgot to be saying it the whole episode, but yeah, we are gonna have a giveaway. For those of you guys that are still here, so I mean,
surprise!
Yeah, we have a giveaway. So we're gonna go through the release rundown and then do chat room, and you know, just thank y'all for being here for the episode. So the release rundown is as follows: Midnight Fight Express coming to the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC August 23rd. Also coming August 23rd, as Finest loads this up, we will have Saints Row rebooted. Well, yeah, it is a reboot for the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. August 25th, you got a pair of games coming. F1 Manager 2022 for the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. And you also got SD Gundam Battle Alliance. I'm sure you guys want to talk about that one. Coming to all consoles and PC on the 25th also. August 26th, you got Pac-Man World Repack coming to all consoles and PC. That looks good. That's one I want to get into, but we'll get into that in a second. And then Soul Hackers 2 coming to the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So those are the games coming out next week. Let's see. I guess for me, I'm looking forward to Saints Row and Pac-Man World Repack. Saints Row, I'm a little bummed out since, you know, I'm going on a little vacation. I won't be able to bring my PS5. So I'm not going to be able to play it for at least 3 weeks until I get back. So I'm going to try to avoid spoilers or anything like that. So it kind of makes me sad, but, you know, I am bringing my Switch. I could. I guess I could get Pac-Man World Repack, but I'm gonna hold off on that for now. So, um, let's see. Finest, what are you looking forward to from this list?
Soul Hackers.
Soul Hackers.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's Atlas. I mean, you know, the makers of Megami Tensei, the series. So that game is, I'm glad they're finally doing something different. It looks like a very like neon futuristic vibe. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. I should pop the trailer up right now. But anyway, yeah, that's the one that I am going, or that I'm looking forward to most. Yeah, and it's a role playing game. It's with JRPG elements. So I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, and it's the 5th installment that they've done, and in the Devil Summoner series, not like Soul Hackers overall. This is only the 2nd Soul Hackers. So,
all right, Max, Cameron, what are you guys looking forward to from this list?
Probably that Pac-Man. I know. Yeah, Max said. He said.
You got yours out first.
Probably that Pac-Man. That's probably looks most interesting on there. I might check that out. Looks a little fun. Some nostalgia.
Yeah, it was originally on the PS1, and I believe the GameCube later on. But yeah, it looks real fun though. I mean, I'll definitely give it a try when I get some time. Max, SD Gundam Battle Alliance. I know you want to talk about that. Floor is yours, bro.
Oh yeah, SD Gundam Battle Alliance. So you can play the demo for this right now, and the progress that you make on any sort of mobile suits you find or leveling of your characters will translate over into the actual full version of the game when you get it. So that's awesome. But yeah, I'm relatively new to Gundam, but I'm really excited about it. And I love the collecting aspect of getting all these different mobile suits and being able to play as all like your favorite characters. And it's a pretty decent beat 'em up. It's not super it's as in depth as you want to make it. You have an attack with your melee button, and you have like you have your ranged, you have some boosts, and you can kind of set it up in the demo at least where you can have 2 support characters with you, and you can choose whoever you like. So you're kind of limited to whatever the game kind of gives you right away. Like you get in the demo, you get the Barbados Gundam, and then you can have like a Zaku, or you could have like the gun tank, and then you just do missions, and you can find Gundam blueprints, and then you find different resources to fill out those blueprints, and then you get the Gundam. And I'm like, that's awesome, man. I'm into that. Super excited. So that's definitely for anybody who's into that, for sure.
I want to see your gameplay.
Yeah,
I'll see my gameplay.
Yeah, you got some gameplay recorded?
Yeah, start streaming.
No, oh man,
I don't got that Delgado.
Delgado. I mean, there's some cheaper options if you do want to get into it. I can send you some after the show.
Actually, yeah, please.
Oh yeah. I can tell you some cheaper options. There's definitely some out there. I mean, I do want to start streaming for the channel, but I mean, it will be tough for me to do it all alone. So the more help, the better. So, all right, now that we got that out the way, let's go to one of my favorites of favorite segments of the show, and that is, until Finest comes up with a better name, called Chat Room, where we just go through the comments and and it is blown up today.
Yeah,
Let me tell
you, there's a lot in there. I don't know. Let's keep this one quick.
All right. Well, we did receive, it's episode 100, and we did receive at least 100 messages, which tells me that people were watching the show. Just from the bottom of my heart, just thank you. Just thank you. Being a podcaster in any need is real tough, especially to get to 100 episodes. I mean, hopefully to 100 more. That's all I can say for now. Just one day at a time. I'm enjoying this a lot.
Let's see. How about we all pick one comment that we like, if that's okay?
We can do that.
JP Original was killing me all night.
Oh yeah.
He was killing me with the mic. I mean, yeah.
All right, you go first, Cameron. You go first.
He had a few. I think he said I sound like a robot earlier.
You were sounding like
I can't see it. That was pretty funny. And then the Mr. Popo thing, that was hilarious. So his comments, all of his, is funny.
All right, Max, you got any you want to read back?
Yeah, Autumn gave me some closure. It said, "Hey, Canada is a big country and has a lot going on. You can't be expected to know it all." Appreciate that.
All right, Finest, you got one? Or
Yeah.
there are so many.
Yeah, there's a lot in there, but I'm gonna just go ahead and bring it up on screen because I always I always mess up this person's name. But
Swonko Bomb, yeah.
Zonko Bomb, yeah. So smash that like button. So I mean, this might have been probably not the most fun one, but I like that one. There was a lot of good one. Nesco was in there.
Yeah,
Talking to JP earlier, they were just going at it, having some fun. There's just Gray Cert also.
Gray Cert, yeah.
Also had some great gaming knowledge in there.
He's a big tabletop gamer, so he loves that Warhammer and yeah. So I mean, that's his jam. I actually kick it with him like maybe once every few weeks or so on Thursday nights we've been doing. So I mean, I've been trying to get those guys tune into the podcast. He did tonight, so definitely thank you to him. Let's see, Inward Games. I want to read this one. Woo, thanks for the shout out. Congrats on 100 episodes. Hey, if you're still watching, come on back, man. I mean, you joined our Discord again, so stay in it. We'll make some time for you to come on the show. You got some great takes, and we really love having you. Thank you for coming. To check us out today. All right. So, with that being said, Finance, how do you want to do this giveaway?
Yeah. So for the giveaway, let's see. So in short, basically you have to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. Sorry for those Twitch watchers, but anyway, go to our YouTube channel. Like the Game & Watch podcast, you can search a Game & Watch podcast, or you can search Our Review Gaming and it should pull up, and then just put YouTube and it should pull it up. But essentially, go to the channel, comment, put your console of choice and your name. If you've already chatted in tonight, like put your name. We'll announce it next week on the podcast. We'll do a raffle. We'll put them in a hat, shake it up, and then and then we will give out a game on that console of choice. So I have a couple games lined up that I'll give out to you. Sorry, I don't know what game it's going to be quite yet. It depends on the console. So but if you're down, hey, free games never hurt anybody. You might already have the game, you might not. So please like and subscribe.
We'll tweet it out also. We'll make sure that we're doing it on the Twitter. Yeah. So definitely anyone that wants to get down, definitely, and it should be a lot of fun. Definitely us buying you a game. We may even do something like that toward the holidays. So you never know. All right.
Once again, just put your username, like and subscribe, and your console of choice on the YouTube channel. That's it. You don't put your actual name, but though you do those things, you're fine.
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
Yes, good luck. All right, so for Cameron, Max, Finance, and then Ted and Mark, who had to drop off earlier, this is Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool. I just want to say so long. Thank you for 100 episodes, y'all. Let's do 100 more. And, I just love the energy. Just thank you for everyone who came through. Thank you for listening or watching the Game & Watch podcast. So tune in next week for some more great content. And Finance is hosting next week, so I will see y'all later.
Bye, y'all.